E-commerce, the industry that brought you the biggest IPO in history. The opportunity is vast, the market is huge, and it's changing. A $1.6 trillion gold rush, where major retailers are converting their stores into fulfillment centers. Cloud commerce aids merchants in this industry arms race. We make it easier to sell stuff and buy stuff. We have the brains. We design, we develop, we integrate, we win. We know the technology. We are the cloud. Cloud Commerce, a public company with a stock symbol CLWD.
Do your own research and due diligence before investing in any company. The information I provide is in no way or manner a professional suggestion to purchase shares in any publicly traded company. I am not licensed to provide financial advice, and this should be considered entertainment. These stock profiles are intended to be trading ideas, a starting point for research. Any individual who chooses to invest in any securities should do so with caution. Investing in securities is speculative and carries a high degree of risk. You may lose some or all the money that is invested. Always research your own investments and consider consulting with a registered investment advisor or a licensed stockbroker before investing.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Salman back in the building. Back in the building, man. We are back in the building. Shout out to all the people who donated to the GoFundMe, man. Shout out to all the people who donate to the GoFundMe. First and foremost to IH David. IH David, David from Investors Hangout. He pretty much donated the whole damn fund. I mean, again, much respect to those people. Much respect to those people who were, again, who donated, man. Shout out to everybody who donated, man. But the first and foremost, I gotta say, you computer people, man, y'all always a bunch of liars, man. Like that's the thing. I don't like dealing with computer people because everything they say is not really what happens. You go in there and you're like, okay, what do you need? And I'm like, okay, well, this is my budget. This is what I want to make happen. I'm trying to max it out. This is the settings I'm looking for. And they come back with a story. Every time it's another story. It's a higher price. I need this part and that part. This dude wanted to cut the damn motherboard. So we ordered this motherboard. Well, we didn't order it. It was Best Buy. They had it in stock. And he wanted to cut it so it fit my box. I was just like, don't cut. He was like, well, if we don't cut the motherboard, we gotta cut the graphics card because it's hitting something on the mother. Blah 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 blah, blah blah blah. So anyway, now they're saying I gotta order a new box. So I just said, look, put my computer together. Put my computer back together. When the box shows up, then I'll come back in. So I gotta get a new box. All right, because the new motherboard doesn't fit. All right, so with that being said, what's going on, everybody in the chat room? Bill Betts, Travi, Q DeMayo, Ryan Taylor, Jaguar. You guys can hear me loud and clear, right? All right, you guys can hear me loud and clear. We good? All right. Yeah. Appreciate it, David H. and the support, man. Much respect for that. The beautiful Coralie in the building. Coralie, thank you so much for your donation too, by the way, and everybody else who donated. Thank you so much. You know who you are. All right, so I guess, man, the first things first. Right off the top, guys, I got the email alert not only just about an hour and a half ago. JAGX, huge news on JAGX. We're up after hours, almost over $1 now on JAGX. We're at $1.12. The stock closed at 68 cents today. It's actually down for the day, JAGX. So that looks like that's going to be the big mover tomorrow, or at least to start the morning. JAGX came out after hours. They are combining with a company called Napo Pharmaceuticals. And doing a little research on the stock before I came on the show, and Napo Pharmaceuticals has a lot more going for it than the company that they're merging with, Jaguar Animal Health. Jaguar Animal Health, for the most part, It's garbage. It has nothing really going on for itself. But this acquisition of Napo Pharmaceuticals, Napo has a drug called Fulzac. They've changed the name of the drug now. I think they changed it in October to something else. But this drug was an FDA approved drug back in 2012. They came out it was approved in 2012, and it's the only FDA approved diarrhea medication for HIV patients who are on antivirals. Okay. Never had AIDS before. Don't even know anybody who's ever had AIDS before, but I guess diarrhea is a huge thing for HIV patients who are on these antivirals. That's a side effect of the drug cocktails that they take. Now, this is a global situation. It's a global problem. And the market is valued at about $100 million of what Napo has been able to accumulate of that percentage. Nobody knows. I can't find any. I can't find any financials on Napo Pharmaceuticals. If anybody can, please let me know, because I'd love to know where this drug is right now. Being, how heavy is it being sold? What is it? Or like, what are they earning on this drug right now? All right, but I guess the market is valued at $100 million based on the news that they put out here at 6/11. At about 6 o'clock. Yeah, they put that out about 6 o'clock. So yeah, after hours right now on JAGX, we're up to $1.12. So that's already going to be on our list for tomorrow. Stock to watch, for sure. Okay, that's got to be on the list tomorrow. No doubt about that. All right, so I'm kind of surprised. The usual movers are up. What's going on, everybody in chat room? People coming into it slowly. Thank you for joining me. All right, no problem. Yeah, market share. I'd like to know what kind of market share, Lennox John, that they have. Being that they're the only diarrhea drug, but the fact that they didn't put out any financials at all in regards to, bothers me a lot. It bothers me a lot. All right. 703, early caller. What's going on?
Hey, how are you, sir?
Doing good. Who am I speaking with, man?
It's me, Fisher.
Hey, what's going on, Fisher?
Just to give you a heads up, I am small cap money from Twitter.
Okay.
I'm the one who told you about the Pixel 2 Life.
You said the pics of 2 likes?
Yeah, pixel2life.com. It's a website I gives you.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I do remember you telling me about that. Do you have any stocks for us today?
Yeah, did you check out the one I tweeted about with you and Eat Sleep Profit from, was it MKAU?
Yeah, I do remember you saying that was running now. MK Automotive, 7% gain today. I'm still looking forward to Breakout at least 3 cents on this one before I would really say it's a go on it. It's still trying to trend. It's still trending sideways here. I don't know. I'll still look at it. I'm more than happy to pull it up. But right now, I'd love to see some more volume and it get that price back up there.
Because the volume was picking up a little bit. It's getting like a couple of million now.
Yeah.
And looks like the only competition that thing is about to come is the PlayStation View. Mm-hmm. That could be the only competitor.
Yeah.
Because that could be the only company that has that kind of capability of how to do TV shows like that live.
Yeah, I would
work out on.
Yeah, because as soon as that stream continues to develop, I'm watching the website. I have it saved, and I'm watching the website and seeing if they could start to build things again. I'd love to have them change the name of the company. Why I don't understand why they don't want to change the name of the company as well as the ticker, so we can get some more symmetry involved in what their business is, and then the name of the company and the ticker, so that you would get more volume once people see that symmetry beside, from the name and the actual business operations.
Yeah, they can do that. that'd be great because it's like it's automotive, but the company's like a digital video. Like what the hell?
Exactly. And that's one of the simplest things to change. I mean, that's having an attorney sign off and then send the form to the SEC. So why they haven't done that, I'm not sure yet. But that again, investors don't like that, man. They want to see everything make sense, and they got a great idea, but when you got an automotive, name of your company is called MK Automotive, and then you're in the digital video space, it doesn't make sense to people, and people avoid that, because it looks kind of scammy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll try like to call them or talk to them. Like, what's up with the name? Like, it's called Breakout, but the name is MK Automotive.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
We'll keep watching it though, man. Appreciate the call, dude.
Yeah, welcome back. I technically missed you for the last few days. Not watching these live shows.
Yes, sir. Back in action, man. Thanks for the call.
No problem.
All right. So yeah, thanks for the call from him. But again, I mean, like, look, MKAU, it ran, it's pulled back, right? Some profit taken. You got people up there in there that are up huge. I mean, up 5 figures in the stock. Stock started off at 0010. You got to as high as 4 cents. You got people who are up $10,000-$20,000. They're taking profits. And I wouldn't want people buying into that selling. You know what I'm saying? That heavy selling. So MKAU still on the board, and if something happens, sure, we'll be more than happy to bring it up. But I want to make sure that the selling is done. And I want to see to make sure the selling is done. Yeah, Charles Bennett, thank you. Yeah, CBR was my Twitter call back at 25 cents CBR, man. Now we're looking at situations where people about to double their money in CBR. I got long, I got out yesterday, and I looked for an opportunity to get back in today on CBR. 251, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Sam, what's going on, man?
What's up with you, man?
Nothing much, man. This is Anthony from Mobile, dude.
What's going on, man?
Hey, man, I just wanted to know, did you get the news about Snapchat?
No, what's going on with Snapchat? I mean, I'm interested in that IPO because I already know it's going to make them billionaires. But I mean, I want to see where it's going to open up at and where I could position myself to hopefully make some money on that. But what did you learn about it? Hello? 251? Oh, we lost 251. Give me a call back, 251. Not sure what happened. Somebody got some Snapchat news. I'm not sure what's going on. Everybody's looking forward to the Snapchat IPO. But, from the last few articles I read, they were talking like $40 as the opening, which is probably pretty cheap because we know it's going to run up huge from there. CBR 40 cents a share today. Up to 18% gained on the stock. And CBR, again, I put out that buy at 25 cents. I said, look, you got to buy this stock. It's down huge based on a simple short-term, negative news. Short-term negative news that's got people, kind of overselling on this point. All right, overselling on this point. 251, people who listen are making, hey, 251, I don't know what's going on with your phone, man, but it's like, it's hanging up after like one dial, and not sure what's going on with that, bro. Give me a call one more time. I'll pick it up. But every time I pick up your call. All right, here we go. All right, 251, hello? See, I don't know what's going on with your phone, bro. I don't know what's going on with your phone. Bill Betts, he said he got snapped. I use E-Trade, Doug the Plug. I use E-Trade. What's going on, Bambio? CLRB, Keith, is one of our old plays. 9% gain in CLRB. Okay, there we go. 9% gain in CLRB. Here's the 5-day chart in CLRB. Not sure what's going on with that. 850, you're on the air. What's up?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Sal?
Doing good. Who am I speaking with?
This is Derek.
All right, Derek. What you got for us today, man?
Man, I'm kind of a newbie to it, and I was wondering, I invested in RNVA,
okay,
and I wanted to know, like, they just announced a reverse split and how I should, react to the reverse split.
Yeah, I mean, look, reverse splits. Or if you can you lower me in the background because I can hear myself in the background.
Yeah,
But
I
if you
got
know,
you.
but reverse splits, man. I mean, they have a tendency to, well, one, I mean, is going to lower your position. So I'm not sure what the reverse split is. At 1 for 10, 1 for 20. Who knows what they're doing? But obviously, the number of stocks you own will go down. And if the company was already in a downward trend, which it is, I can see here in this 12-month chart here, then that has a tendency to attract a lot of short sellers because, a reverse split doesn't necessarily, improve the company per se, strategically in any way. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, increase the value of the company in any way. It just simply allows them to comply with the listing requirements on the exchange. So with that being said, after this split, you'll probably take, a loss for the next couple days, maybe a day or two. But, what companies have gotten used to now is that they'll do a reverse split and then afterwards come out with some news that could hopefully catch some short sellers off guard. So RNVA will do this reverse split, and then hopefully they'll be announcing some interesting things that the company will have going for itself in the future.
Okay. So the best thing I should do is probably wait till the reverse split to sell, or in
Well,
your
I mean,
opinion?
personally, if you're not down heavy, I would take my money and go somewhere else. Being that this reverse
Okay.
split is, I would take my money and go somewhere else. I think you've got some better situations out there that you can jump on. I mean, there were a lot of great cheap stocks running today. I think maybe RNVA is got 1 for 30. They're doing a 1 for 30. Wow. Okay, 1 for 30. So yeah,
Wow.
I would take my money and go somewhere else. I think you got some better opportunities elsewhere.
Okay, got you. And I have one more question, man. As far as I'm just kind of starting out, so I'm really trying to learn how to read the charts and things like that. But I was wondering, what's the best start for my small account? I have about $1,000 worth in a small account, so I was wondering the best route to kind of invest as far as making some money.
Well, I mean, buying breakouts, man, buying breakouts, and then I mean, you had a good idea what you were doing here with RNVA, buying low and hopefully trying to get a run here.
Hmm.
I like that strategy you were trying to, employ here. But buying breakouts, buying runners, you might have to. I mean, do you have time to day trade, or are you kind of busy during the day?
Well, right now I'm a manager at ICF, so it's kind of hard.
Okay,
But
all right.
I mean, I'm not really knowledgeable on the day trading, and I don't want to do anything on that.
Okay. No,
Too
that's fine.
knowledgeable.
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I want you to email me at happypennystocks@gmail.com. Guys in the chat room,
Okay.
I want to send you some of those Tim Sykes DVDs because and some of those other ones from Investors Live because you might have to implore like a buy and hold type situation where you're looking for kind of down and out plays that could run again. And I'm not even talking OTC stuff. I'm talking NASDAQ,
Okay.
Amex, NYSC plays. So email me. Let me send you those links. Let me
Is
have
that
you
Happy
download
Penny
them.
Stock?
Yeah, happypennystocks@gmail.com. And,
Okay.
so you can brush up on the language and I think the kind of trading style I think you might need in order to grow that $1,000.
Okay. Will do. All right, Sal. Well, I appreciate your time, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, man.
All right.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna send them the Tim Grittani stuff, Investors Live stuff, basically everything that I've sent so many of you guys here in the chat room, because $1,000, and plus he doesn't have time to day trade, because I love what some of you guys have been doing is just buying the breakouts of the day. I've been noticing on Twitter some of you guys are just basically the top 3 stocks of the day. You just are jumping in and riding the momentum higher for 5, 10, or 20%. Depending on what the catalyst is. And that's a good strategy too. I mean, you end up running out of day trades, but you still make money. But for a guy like that who doesn't have time to do that, he's got to employ a different kind of strategy. Free F. Yeah, well, no, Free F, it was kind of shady, I thought, but they did some kind of split where they removed almost a couple million shares and they disappeared for like a day or two, but it looks like they're back. Free F. Something to definitely look into. I'm not sure what that was about. 251, you're on the air again.
Hey, Sal, I'm sorry about that, man. I was driving.
No problem, no problem. What you got for us,
Yeah,
man?
I was. Yeah. I'm still going over some picks, man, and right now, I just was calling to let you know about them going public.
Yeah.
The company going public, and what you thought about it.
Well, I mean, it's going to be huge. I mean, again, it's going to make the owner several billions of dollars. Everybody who's connected with it is going to make a big check. What the stock is going to do, that's something else. I mean, I don't know the financials of the companies. Those will come out. They've got over 200 million active users just pulling up, stuff right now about Snapchat. And so it's going to be a big deal. And, those are the companies of the future. And I think if you got some money to make it worth your while, sure, I would drop it in and see what happens. There's no doubt about it that the stock will run. I have no doubt about that the stock will run. Now, will it be a Facebook where we see the stock go from 20 to 3 digits? Who knows? Does it have the potential to do that? Yes, by all means. I mean, looking back on Facebook, if I would have wished I threw every dollar I had at Facebook if I knew where it would be where it is now. So Snapchat might be a very similar situation. It's got very similar numbers. Some people actually can say it's more interesting than Facebook is now, actually. So we'll see what happens with Snapchat. But I'm excited about it. We'll see.
Yeah. So I was just wondering, and when they come out, what do you think they would start out at with price wise?
I wouldn't know because I don't have the valuation of the company, so I don't know how many shares they're going to put out. They're going to put out for sale. That was something that the company will decide with investment bankers, and they're going to put out a price. If I remember correctly, Facebook was $20, and so I don't know what that number would be. And they'll come up with a valuation. They're a lot more intelligent than I am, and they'll figure out a number and they'll put it out there, and people will definitely eat it all up. So I don't have no doubt in my mind that whatever number they put out, especially if it's under $40, it'll double in no time.
Cool. And I think last time I talked to you, I was telling you about that one stock, that the gold, the company, and that company was NAK.
Yeah, NAK, interesting story on NAK because we had Prolix on last week, and Prolix talked about how this is a situation where, there's a gentleman who owns the company who has relations with Donald Trump, and he's looking to do some kind of digging work up in Alaska near this reserve or this protected area that has a very limited amount of a certain species of fish. Now this has been protected by the Forest and Wildlife people, and they haven't been able to get a license to do their work and their digging for the company, and there's a chance that NAK might get that approval from Donald Trump and his administration. So that's the catalyst that's been moving the stock higher. Overall, though, I mean, the running in gold, because it also is a gold play, and gold has been doing very nicely lately, so that's keeping it higher too. But we'll see what happens in NAK. I think ride the chart. It's kind of been sideways here for the last. I mean, you've had opportunities to get in and out, some opportunities to profit. I'd love to see it break out of this 310 area here, 305 today. But it looks like 310. There's like a little bit of a wall there, like 310, 308. So we'll see if it can break out of that. February, late December, early February has been pretty much a kind of a boring move for NAK. But we'll see. Hopefully, it can break out of these levels, man.
Okay, so keep up the good work, man.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Call back anytime, bro.
Hey, and you know what? I meant to say this, and to all your listeners and everybody that's in the chat room, hey, keep that GoFundMe account open, man, because I'm gonna tell you, to much is given, much is required. So
yes,
sometimes, we need to give back to you because of what you're doing.
Thank you,
and I know you enjoy doing it. And like I said, sometimes it's better to give, than to receive.
Oh yeah.
And I like to be on the end to give,
Yeah.
because I get my blessing back.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man.
So, think about that. Think about keeping it open. People ain't got to give you, XYZ or
Yeah.
$6,500, $800. Just $5, $10, whatever, to help you keep your thing going, so you can finish, teaching us and helping us and showing us and some of us beginners and stuff.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I think it's still open. I haven't even requested the money or anything like that, so it's still there, man. And anybody wants to donate, by all means, do it. But yeah, I really appreciate those kind words, man. Thanks a lot.
Okay, sir.
All
Be
right.
blessed.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I mean, everybody. The first time I did it, everybody who, donated the first time, they're still here, still making money, and that lets me know, And again, I believe in that karma, man. When you give, it comes back to you tenfold. It always does for me. I've gotten remarkably better as a trader, starting to show, just because I'm, surrounded by all of these great picks and these intelligent people. You can't help but become better. So, karma works. Karma works. And, everybody who's donated and again, it's only going to get better from here. It's only going to get better from here. All right. So with that being said, let's get back to these tickers. HZNN, somebody put it in the chat room. HZNM, Horizon Minerals. All right. Yeah, I saw you sent me this on Twitter, Tall Zach. This is an OTC play, Horizon Minerals. Almost 10 times its usual volume. 1 million shares traded today. Huge move for the stock, by the way, 7%. Because you don't see, I don't know what happened today, but all of a sudden, the last 2 days especially, all the volume has showed up. I want to make sure that that's going to stick around. Is this being pumped, or is this going to stick around? I think you guys might have to do some digging on this one to make sure that this is legit volume based on, operational investments, and not, somebody sending an email saying, hey, this is going to go up, but they're actually making operational investments to, get the stock moving. Stock fella said it's a pump. Okay. HZNP. Clayvon, trust that something. Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you, Clayvon. A-Call, last time I checked, A-Call is pulling back. You know what? I'm going to put this HZNM on the watch for tomorrow. HZNM. Because we've seen how these, stocks that start off small like this, just 7% today, then the next day is like 35 and 61, and then it's like, okay, why didn't we get in on that 7% day? I'm going to keep watching that. A-Call's pulled back a little bit. It pulled back a little bit yesterday. We had some dip buyers buy in on A-Call today, but you can't deny that you've been kind of disappointed on A-Call. The fact that, it attempted to get back up there on Monday, but, couldn't break that 301, that 0.0301, range on A-Call. So A-Call struggling to get back there. We'll see on A-Call. The judgment is still out on A-Call. I'm not sure on that one yet. All right, but I wouldn't jump in just yet. I like, when a stock pulls back, there are a lot of people who like to buy these pullbacks on these strong pullbacks on these OTC stocks. I love doing them on NASDAQs and New York Stock Exchange, Amex plays, but OTCs, when you have a huge pullback like this, it's a sign that big buyers are out, right? Big buyers are out, and now you have a bunch of little hands. And unless you start seeing, huge volume coming back into the stock on the bid, then we got to say, is it done? Is it done running? What's going on, Three Hooks? Yeah, USCI has been, kind of dead for the last, I say, 2 or 3 days. It was interesting because the stock on USCI hit 13 today. So it opened up at 999 and then it went to 0013 based on the news that came out. The CEO, Tony, announced the company goals and objectives for 2017. He mentioned how they got the contract, or actually the authorization to grow cannabis in California. He mentioned the website that's going to be coming out. So I know he's going to be doing some things on that one. And again, it's a long-term hold. It's something that's in the account. I'm not even watching it. When it happens, it happens. That's how I'm looking at USCI. Okay. Just remember when it starts to break out into the 00 20s, 30s, just know you heard it here first. What's going on, Kenneth? Cebus is interesting. Cebus is really interesting because Cebus, this is a stock that volume-wise, man, it's putting up stupid volume, dude. Cebus has been on a tear, and it's not even putting up like, huge gains. It's just putting like 4%, 3%, 2%, and it's slowly just working its way up. And it's putting on these insane, this insane volume. And I honestly don't know why. I mean, it's not like it has, an incredible amount of operations out there, but another $5.7 million traded in Cebus today. Like it's going through a pump, but, at least if it's being pumped, you would see, incredible amount of news being put out, and I don't see that. They had something out yesterday. Negotiates investment opportunity for stake in California property. But Cebus still working its way up there, man. That's a beautiful chart for the last, 2 weeks or so in Cebus. But whether or not, to go in, it's up to you. I mean, at 12 cents a share, not something I've been interested in, but it's putting up numbers, man. Gains are gains, right? It's putting up some numbers. TXTM, what happened to TXTM? It's been a minute since we looked up Pro Mobility at 0017. I think now, since the 6, it looks like you're going down on sideways day, so no movement at all in TXTM at all. So you let me know what the catalyst is moving forward in this OTC play. 772 Treasure Hunter, what's up, man?
What's happening, son? What's happening, man?
What's going on with you? What you got for us today?
Well, let me see. In the middle of watching your show, get my drag racing truck finally back in action, kind of thing. Sorry I missed the show Friday.
No problem.
Over here doing some illegal drag racing, but managed to make some trades in between. I got a cheap play and an expensive play.
Okay.
For you. Cheap play is CBMX. Pretty good on them.
Okay, CBMX. CBMX, Combamatrix Corporation, medical and diagnostic company. The sector is healthcare. Now, I know you don't even look at the company and what they do.
No, sir. Read the charts, baby. Put the money in. You already know it.
Now, this chart, what do you like about it here? I'm looking at, this is the 30-day.
Liked about it, I caught it at a bounce and ended up pretty much made out on them. Got some gains today.
So this was a pure RSI play for you, looks like?
Definitely a flip. Like I said, long I'm making gains in it, I'm straight. So that was pretty good flip for today. I don't know if it's going to keep running tomorrow, but keep your eyes on it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the... all right, here's the 5-day here. I can see, well, it was pretty low. Yeah, I guess we were in the 40s yesterday in CBX. I guess that so okay, nice move on that. So this is kind of a 1-day situation then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, probably. Well, like I said, if they give me a couple of more cents, whatever, tomorrow, I'm good. Like I said, I need some more tires for the truck. End up smoking the other ones off. Another expensive play, I had to put some big bucks in that made out pretty good, is INCY. Hopefully that bad boy keep running off. So.
All right, INCY. Yeah, definitely not a cheap stock. This is probably optionable. $122 a share. $22 billion market cap. Yeah, way out of my range.
Oh, man, how you got that, bread? Stop tripping, bro.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I'd love to see, again, man, it's just these stocks are way too slow. But, hey, look, $4, $4.
Yeah,
on
what I like to do.
Yeah, on a $122 company, man, that ain't shit. But
Yeah, well, I about to say, well, I like to do jump back on that Donald Trump stock. Remember that one was it $15 profit or whatever,
Yeah.
$15 share one day, whatever. That was a nice lick. But I figured out this would do the same. But hey, man, I take the $4. At least I ain't lose nothing. You know what I'm talking
There
about?
it is, man.
And especially if it keeps going tomorrow, you know.
It's been on a run. It's been on a nice little 2-day run here. I mean, you're up almost $7 over the last 2 days.
Yeah.
In
Well, you know how the third day is. We all know about that third day.
yeah, there it is.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, that's one, please, cuz, and I keep watching the show, Mike.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, bro.
Anytime, man. You got it.
All right. So yeah, man, these $122 stocks, man. It's just, I'm not saying that they're bad. I mean, it's just that when I look at $122 a share, I just imagine, you know, the kind of plays that I can do, you know, for a lot cheaper. You know, it just doesn't make sense for me. You know, percentage wise, I'm looking at the percentage return, doesn't fit. 586, you're on the air. What's up?
Hi, Sal. How are you?
Doing good. Who am I
It's
speaking
Mark
with?
here.
Hey, Mark, what's going on with you,
It's
man?
Mark. Yeah, I talked to you like a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Doing good. What do you have for us today?
Okay, so I did not watch you from the beginning, so I'm not sure if you went through MMEG.
MMEG. No, we did not go through MMEG, but MMEG. This is This was an incredible run today, and no, go ahead with your story.
I made 280% on this, but I'm still holding. I'm not going to sell even one share of this.
Okay.
Because of the news today, and in this deal in Europe, in Germany, I live in Germany for a couple of years, and I know exactly what this pool work do there. They're huge in Germany and in Austria, and like probably 5 different countries there for social media.
Okay.
I believe this today was up 180%, and it's going to be up tomorrow too. And I believe it's going to hold. It has good support, and the share structure is really good. So if you want to go and look to the chart, I can't see you now. I'm just I'm talking to you, but I can't see the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe it has a huge potential.
Yeah, I got the chart pulled up here. Everybody can see the chart. I mean, this was a stock that had ran not too long ago. It had ran not too long ago. Had an incredible December where it got up to 0070 and pulled back. Since then, had gone quiet. But now, man, with this acquisition news, volume really came back into the stock here in MMEG. And you're saying that you expect it to have another incredible day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I expect. I mean, if it's not tomorrow, it's going to be big. It's going to be in the nickels or even the dime land within 6 months. That's what
wow.
I suggest everyone to like buy some shares.
That is crazy. I mean, that represents right there almost 3,000% from where we are now. So that would be a huge move for MMEG if we were to get into that kind of territory. But I mean, the German social media that they acquired today. Can you tell us a little bit about it? Is it video? Is it chat? What exactly is it about?
No, it's like Instagram. It's like pictures.
Okay.
It's like social networking.
Okay.
It's kind of this good thing. It's cool thing. And in Germany, they're not big in the social media yet. So but they're hanging there. They will be like USA maybe.
Okay.
But I believe this company has. I'm telling you, I entered 0.0011 and now 0.0042. I did not even sell one share.
Well,
and I'm not going to sell one share.
Yeah, you're up huge, man. I know you're seeing those gains coming in and pretty excited about that. So MMEG, it'll be on the watch list for tonight. I'll definitely put it out there for people to watch, and I'd love to see this, maybe another 180% tomorrow. That'd be nice.
Yeah, maybe. The next one is AZFL. You heard about it before?
AVXL, yeah, AVXL.
No, AZ, Z as in zebra.
Okay, XL.
AZF as Frank L.
Now, this one I haven't heard about. Amazonas Floristo. Tell me a little bit about
Exactly.
that.
So this is a natural like resources company in several areas, including but not limited to timber, biomass, clean energy generation. The company is dedicated to the management of its large tracts of land in the rainforest of Amazon, Brazil. Sustainable forest management strategy with its green philosophy and modern method of cyclical harvesting and preserves, and entered recently in the hemp business in Colorado. But the good thing, actually, first of all, the outstanding shares are only 99 million, and the float, man, is 17 million.
Yeah, I do see that here. Float is only 17 million shares. OTC Pink, looks like the financials are in order. They're compliant. I like where they're standing right now at the chart. You know, it's a low risk trade right now.
And if you go to the balance sheet, they have a very healthy balance sheet. Their assets is $1.5 something, and their liability is only $700,000.
Okay.
And the good thing, this 52-week range, it was between 0.0021 to $1, and now it's 0.029. It's in the bottom. If you get into this and hold a little bit, you will make good money.
Let's see here.
Do you agree?
Yeah. I mean, at this range, yeah, it's a low risk trade here. It's a low risk trade, and I like where it is right now on the chart. I mean, if you're looking to go long this, based on where it's at right now at the chart, yeah, you're sitting pretty. If you were to sit here at that 0029 and be a little patient, so I actually like this particular pick. Let me see here, and I do like the float. It's very low float compared to what you see a lot of times on OTC Pinks.
And it's pink, it's pink. It's good. It's not. It's bring some information. They release some news, and they're good.
Yeah, I actually like it. I actually like it. Yeah, you're right. I like this one. To go long on this one. This is nice play.
Yeah. The other one, actually, that I told you about it like last week or so, and it's Rocky Mountain High Brand. I read today. I mean, I pulled up like an old press. It was like 2 months ago that before February the 15th, they will announce, or not they will announce, they will sign the deal or seal the deal with the Chinese vice president. No, but not the Chinese lady, which is, I don't know, her name was Lily Lee something. Mm-hmm. She's the vice president now. She's going to take over the shares of the CEO, half of them, and they will announce how much cash they will infuse in this company. That will be done before February the 15th, but I'm not sure if they have to announce it to file it to the SEC before that, or because they are OTC QB. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if they are allowed not to do, but this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you.
AZFL.
So
okay, I like. I like your AZ pick. The Rocky Mountain High brands. I remember you've called up about this one before. Well, a little bit lower than where we were when we first looked at it, but I don't know. I'm still. I think the judgment's out on it. I'd love to see that news drop and see how it affects the market moving forward. But Rocky Mountain High brands. Appreciate the look on that one.
Yeah. Okay. That's today.
Thank you.
Okay, man.
Call back anytime, bro.
I will. Thank you.
All right. So I like his AZFL play. I like the AZFL. I really, really like that one. Again, you guys know I love low risk trades. I love low risk trades, and based on where he's bringing us, it to us, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Again, do your research on the news and the balance sheet, whatnot. I don't have time to look into it right now, but I like where he's bringing us at. What's going on, David? CBR. Yeah, we talked about CBR. CBR was, again, this was my, I want to say it was I put it out on Twitter. You had to buy, And I talked about this on Friday's show. If you looked at my last episode, CBR was a buy. It's a long-term hold. This stock was down based on news that the company, couldn't pay Wells Fargo a loan that they had took out. They got the loan, fixed and got some assets off their books to be able to pay off the loan. So they're good now. They're good. So it's working its way back up, to that gap down level. So I'm thinking this is a situation where we can possibly see CBR work all the way back up to, the high 50s, high 60s before you see a possible pullback on CBR, if you see a pullback at all. But, the selling was just unjustified based on, a short-term catalyst on CBR. So, and then the people who bought in made some money on that one. IH David, he's saying avoid the gap tomorrow. MMEG, yeah, you look on MMEG, you're gonna have a lot of buyers, come into that. A lot of people, they see, that 3-digit gain, they're gonna want to come into that, and that's why I don't typically play the first 30 minutes, especially when I'm looking to buy. I don't play the first 30 minutes. If I'm looking to short, the first 30 minutes are where exactly you want to be. Of course, you never would short something like this. It's cheap, but MMEG, you're going to have a lot of buying in the morning. You'll see a pullback possibly after, 20, 30, maybe 40 minutes, and then maybe you will get in there and see what happens. All right. In fact, I think you probably saw it a little bit today. Here's the 5-minute chart in the stock. Let me see. Maybe the 1 minute can show it a little bit better. No real pullback into the buying today. Kind of mid-afternoon, but other than that, no real pullback. But you'll see it tomorrow a lot more clearly. $25 billion valuation on Snapchat. That's huge. Are you kidding me? $25 billion valuation. I think that's higher than, CHK and many other big multinational corporations that we talk about here on the show. Companies with like real physical operations you can touch and take home with you, not like an app. QSIM, see somebody brought in QSIM. It's been a loser lately. Desert Edge, QSIM. What do you like about it, man? It's pulled back very strongly since last week. I'm not sure if QSIM still looks pretty good. All right, volume is decreasing as well. Let's take a look at what was up today. These are, let me see here if I can go back up here. These are the hot stocks. TSSI, MMEG, as we can see here, Jaguar Health, the JAGX. Again, we're up after hours, huge on that news, on that acquisition news. Other plays that are really, really hot as well, we're going to take a look at. All right. One of them, again, going back to TSSI. This is one that kind of went under people's noses today, but, had a huge run today. And, a lot of buyers, again, I want to say this was an email pump, just because that's the way it looks. That's just clearly the way it looks. He had a huge morning run. Then all of a sudden, of course, the promoters and everybody else sells out. And, God help anybody who tried to buy in to this stock at that top, because you're probably never going to see those prices again. Stock opened up at 7 cents for the day, shot up to 22 cents for a 472% gain in TSSI. So we'll probably never see those plays again. Promoted by Pro Trader. Who's Pro Trader? I have no idea who that is. Oh, David's bringing up FPVD. And IH David, again, thank you so much for your donation. That's the great people over at Investors Hangout. Make sure you sign up over there. And FPVD is so interesting because I have a video exposing forest protection video at $1 something. I think it was at $1.24 at the time. That was a great short, by the way. because he had just really horrible financials. He had this like home address at the time, and let me get rid of this. He had his like home financials and everything at the time. It was horrible. Oh gosh, come on, Trading View. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Trading View's acting up. Okay. All right, but yeah. So I made a video exposing him. But it's had a couple little, gains ever since then, which haven't been too bad. So FPVD, not bad. Said Robinhood has terrible executions. I would agree with that. Robinhood doesn't do the best executions. But Robinhood does have limit orders, don't they? I think they have limit orders. They have limit orders, don't they? FPVD and what was the other one? NECA? NECA? Up 60% today. You know what? NECA is actually, it's really interesting that you brought up NECA because that could run too. I have seen NECA in the past. God dang it, man. You see, when you miss these sleepers and that sweet spot, you guys know I love these little triples that aren't doing anything. And this wasn't even in the triples for how long was it in the triples for? All right, so it was in there for a couple months, and now it broke out up 60%. So NECA, I'll definitely put that on watch for tomorrow, too. Shout out to David for that one, man. Appreciate it. I drop a bomb for him on that one. Drop a bomb on him for that one. NECA, like that. Love it. Gotta love it when a triple breaks out, man. Gotta love it when because those are huge gains. When you're at a 0003, 0004, and it breaks out, man, that's huge. You're in there for a couple $100, $250, $300, and then the stock breaks out. Now you're up like 900, 700, 1,000. And then if it keeps running, all of a sudden now you're in the 4 digits. That's huge gains, man. That's huge gains. That's when we talk about that sweet spot, man. If you be a little patient, it pays back. What's going on, Monk Man? AFPW. Yep, here's another one that broke out. FPVW up 1,000%. I got to see what that volume translates into. If that's really huge buying, because sometimes they break out, but it's not the volume you need to necessarily get out your trade. But if it's the volume that you need to get out your trade, then by all means get out. 404, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Sal? This is Maceo, man. Mace Engel. How you doing?
All right, doing good, Mace Engel. What's going on with you?
Hey, man, I've been checking things out, been studying a lot, man, trying to keep my head above the water. Yeah. But I know and understand now everything is a process.
Yes, it is.
And I wanted you guys to check out some mining stocks. They say uranium has hit its bottom.
Yeah.
They say uranium has hit its bottom, and lithium and cobalt stocks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, uranium is huge. I mean, I've been watching uranium really, really move. One of them off top, UEC. That's just off top.
UEC, yeah. And I looked at URRE too.
I knew you'd bring up URRE. Yes, URRE. Those are
all right. For the lithium one, I found one HZNM, and it's in its pre-exploration phase right now. Mm-hmm. But it had a little jump today. And also another lithium stock, AZLIF.
AZLIF?
Yes.
I don't see an AZLIF. Yeah, I'm not seeing
I think it's an OTC if I'm remembering it correctly. I don't have my papers in front of me right now.
Okay, yeah, I'm not seeing that one. I definitely see your Horizon Minerals. We talked about Horizon Minerals, and yeah, that one's on the list.
Did?
Yeah, that one's on the list for tomorrow because I love the huge volume that came into that play over the last 2 days. So I'm going to see what what's driving this higher on AZNM. But I mean, what do you like about this particular play over a UEC that's a lot more developed? Even though UEC, because I kind of put out some shit on UEC, they don't actually have any ongoing operations on UEC. They have they've got property that supposedly has, that they believe has uranium on it, but they have specifically said in their 10Qs over and over that they do not have any verifiable uranium supply on their property that they have verified.
Right, and I've seen that too, so that's what made me give everybody the heads up on that one, because I think it's a pump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
Well, no, I don't think necessarily it's a pump. I think it's, again, one of those situations where, again, the president and infrastructure and, commodities all playing a part into why these stocks, commodity stocks are moving right now. Mm-hmm.
Right. But you're doing an excellent job, Sal, man. I'm so glad I found that small cap millionaire, man.
Yes,
you just don't know.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot for the call. Call back anytime, man. Bro.
All right, man.
Yes,
y'all take it easy, man. Keep your head up and get good trading, man.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Masingo. Appreciate the call, sir. Appreciate the call. Call back anytime. Somebody in the chat room was talking about Dries. Yeah, Speaker Knocker, you still following Dries, man? Still following Dries, man? Dries, we're going back to shorts, man. We're going back to shorts and Dries, man. And, I was watching, shorting opportunity in Dries, and it came and went, and I'm still looking for it in Dries. And, when you broke that 560, I knew it was over. I knew it was over when you cracked 560. So Dries, you keep hoping and praying. Keep hoping and praying. And shout out to all the bag holders in Dries, man, because people were so adamant that Dries was going to do something for earnings. I have never seen so much fake ass optimism in my life. People who are not reading the fact that the company lost 100 million plus in the last 10Q, not understanding that the CEO is he's really a dirtbag, could care less about the shareholder, all about making money for himself. They did this $300 million equity financing deal to supplement their losses. And as soon as that earnings report came out, and the first sentence is, "We're glad that 2016 was behind us," I knew it was over. So, Dries, still low float, and we still have a lot of foolish people who will continue to buy that, man. We have a lot of foolish people that will continue to buy that. Yeah, Dries you short during the day. You never, try to overnight Dries. I'd never overnight Dries. Never short Dries overnight. This is something that is during the day. You hold on for, as long as it doesn't go against you. God help you if it goes against you, because it goes way fast when it starts to get momentum. But for the most part, Dries is full of shit. All right. I'd love somebody to tell me why to buy Dries here. If somebody has a real positive reason, a fundamental reason, all right? Because at this point, don't show me the chart. Show me a fundamental reason, because we're basically holding for dear life at support here at 380. Support is at 388. Basically, if you spread out the chart, for the month of February, you're holding on for dear life, or you're back to losing ways. We'll see what happens on that. All right, so going back to what else was up today. Let's see here. INVE. This is a company called Identiv. Supposedly, it is a company that helps with, that has a contract on credential and access management software with the department. What is it? What the federal department? Some kind of federal department. You might want to look into that because that'd probably be important to know. Last time I checked on that. Government Security News, Homeland Security Awards. It might be Homeland Security. The company did win an award here with the Department of Homeland Security. But I do know it has several contracts with the federal government. Up 20% today. Here was the stocks played today. As you can see here, it broke a lot higher. I mean, the high of the day was 530, and then you had a huge pullback. It was late in the day, too. I mean, the RSI got up there, which is, this is a great short, by the way. The RSI just got way too hot, and the stock pulled back to even levels. So you could have this retrace higher, $4.60. So I know it's not for all of you guys in here, but for the most part, INVE, huge day today. Stock is up almost 20% for the day. Looking at the 30-day chart, not too bad on INVE. Looks like this move higher has started almost a month ago now on INVE. So that's the only stock I'm going to watch. I'm going to watch this. All right. INVE. I'm definitely going to watch that one. VDRM, 13% gain again. This is a stock that, we were really excited about it last week. And late into December, or late into January, had a huge run, didn't hold it. And it's already struggling. VDRM is already struggling, showing a little bit of weakness already. Huge move today, but, VDRM, if it could just hold its gains and start building up on them, I mean, you'd have more people who want to buy. But the fact that chart looks like, it's just going to continue to shit on itself. Who wants to buy into that? Who wants to buy into that? So no, I didn't play on this one, Desert Edge. I didn't even bother to play on this one at all. Yeah, huge move here, but no, I did not decide to play on this one. Let me see here. Let me brighten that up a little bit. There we go. Brighten up that chart just a little bit. OCRX, yeah, OCRX, that was a huge winner today. OCRX, Ocer Therapeutics, up 32%. But as you can see here, throughout the day, you started losing steam at 92 cents. Couldn't get up to where I wanted to get in on this one. This is another one that I wanted to get in on the downside, but couldn't cross that dollar mark, so I can't get in. E-Trade, you can't short stocks under $1. So OCRX. Huge move, though, for anybody who caught this. This was an interesting play because it, started off just really, really hot. It never really got, back down until about 10:30. Yeah, about 10:38. But if you didn't know what was going on, you probably thought that, something wrong was going on here. But because it kind of did a quick little double bottom here at 77 cents. And tested it 2 times. Actually, well, I would consider this 3 times, really. A couple of times, couple of times here. I know my lines aren't the straightest. All right, probably should have used the straight one, but tested that support several times throughout the day, and that was your sign that okay, this is not going right here when it cracked that support towards the end of the day. So we got a lot of non-believers in OCRX. Not non-believers on OCRX. Cruise cuts, yeah, we talked about TSSI. Huge move, but that's a pump. 954, you're on the air. What's up?
Get it on the downside, but
954, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, 954, you're on.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Doing good. Who am I speaking with?
This Chizo.
All right, what you got for us, man?
Alrighty. I wanted to ask you about a company, MCZ.
Yes, this is Mad. Yeah, Mad Catz Interactive, man. Mad Catz, this is a stock that's, it's been a long time since its glory days back in the PS1, PS2 days. For those guys who are old enough, everybody wanted those Mad Catz controllers. way back when. But it's kind of been losing out based on the fact that PlayStation and Xbox, they've been coming out with great stuff where you don't need the third party stuff anymore. With that being
So you said
said,
they got a lot of competition?
well, it's not necessarily just competition because people still play video games, but the platforms they're creating great stuff that you don't need third party shit anymore, because what PlayStation and Microsoft is putting out is good shit. You don't really want a third party controller like it used to.
Yeah.
But Mad Catz Interactive, they reported a third quarter loss. The last earnings before that, okay, they actually won on that one. Hold on.
But you believe it's a company that got some support? You don't see it going out of business or nothing like that?
Well, I mean, at this point, I don't know what the books look like, but when you're trading at 8 cents a share, you're obviously in some kind of financial trouble. The company, $22 million market cap. It's been around for a long time. It could be running out of steam here, man. Just to be honest with you, I would check the finances and see where they are. But I always believe in a comeback. They posted a revenue about 19.1 million for the period, even though they still lost money. So
I was liking them because I visited their website and it was kind of looking good. I was like, might have a little spike somewhere in there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe, but I just think that they're better looking companies. Better opportunities for make money. I think Mad Catz could be on its way out. It's been around for a long time, but based on what I'm seeing here and what's been some of the articles I've already pulled up, it looks like it might be the end for that company.
Yeah. And I know I had called you last week about ONSIW.
Okay.
Yeah,
shoot,
they've been doing some numbers a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I had been with them. I'm mad. I had ducked some of their shares when it was at I think 50, 60 something cents, and then gonna jumped all the way to 74 cents.
Yeah, this is an interesting company because it doesn't have incredible volume, but people are buying into it, man. And I've promised myself to look more into this, and I'm really gonna look into it now because I want to figure out what's moving this higher. I mean, you're talking about a company that's up, I think we're up almost, man, what is it, 900% right now? No, about 6.
Yeah,
at least 5.
When I had got some shares out of it, I had got it for 11 cents. I was like, man, that was a big gain.
yeah. I'm looking at here from February 2nd, we had February 2nd, 19 cents a share. Now we're at 75 cents a share. So what's going on here? And this is a relatively new issue. I mean, it hasn't been around that long. So to see ONSIW move, 5-letter ticker move like this, that's really, really interesting, man.
So I was hoping it would drop some more. I could buy some more.
yeah, we'll see on that. But do you have any information about what they do or anything like that?
I believe it was some type of medical company. I'm not in front of the computer right now to look at it.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot for the call, though.
All right. Thank you for it.
All right. So, interesting company. I see an article back in January where he talked about a $115 million IPO. They're based out of Cranberry, New Jersey. All right. So, yeah, huge move. The stock is up almost 500%. Just since the third, man. Since the third, so missed opportunities there. Shout out to that dude in that call, man. Shout out to that dude in that call. Yeah, you get the yodel, son. It's a D. CLSN, 4% gain on that one. 4.8% gain on CLSN. Still, I'm watching that one. I actually have an alert on that one at 40 cents. 239, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, Saul, this is Zach Taylor. I was wondering what you thought of, let's see, Sky Solar, SKYS.
SKYS. All right, SKYS. Now, if we had a different government in charge, I would say solar was the way to go. But being that we got a president who loves the fossil fuel industry, I'm not a big fan of solar. The company.
Okay, but in this case, they just had a huge earnings report last night, and they're up 43% in the after hours.
Okay.
And I was thinking it could be a gap and go play.
Oh, it could very well be, but I wouldn't trust it long term. I mean, just looking at the financials here, what I have so far out here, total revenue 47. Let's see here, it could be a gap and go play, very much so. But when I look at every single spike that's came out previously based on earnings, which was the last report here. Let me see here. When was this?
Yeah, do you see the spike in February of 2016?
Let me see here. Yeah,
it spiked from, let's see, 89 cents to $1.
Yeah, and then it came right back down. I mean, would you want to play that?
Yeah, I'm looking for just like a 10-minute play. There should be a pop at the open, and then I was going to take the pop and sell it off.
Yeah, I mean that's very well possible based on what it's done previously, and it's done that a couple times here as I go through the chart. Yeah, if 10 minutes is what you're looking for, you can definitely find that. And I do see here that move in March of 2016 where it did exactly that. Based on earnings, you had a huge run up, and then after subsequent days, it kind of came back down.
Yeah. Also, I want to look at PULM, PULM.
Yeah, PULM. Interesting on PULM. Man, had an incredible run last week. A little bit sideways days for the last couple of days on it, but I wouldn't give up just yet because we've seen how sensitive it is to news on PULM. So I wouldn't give up on it just yet. I'll still watch it, but
okay.
I play the news on this one because I can see here it's incredibly sensitive to news.
Great. And one more, LL. I wanted to see if you had any thoughts on that.
LL. Yeah, I don't know anything about lumber liquidators. Yeah, I don't know anything about this company. I know looks like they're in competition with 84.
Yeah, they had a lot of lawsuits against their company, and it used to trade at around 120 a share. And then they settled all the lawsuits in the last 3 months. So I'm thinking it's going to start popping.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this company. Okay.
All right. Well, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call. All right. Yeah, I mean, too many people to call up and they already know what they're going to do. So it's like, okay. All right. PIP. Yeah, PIP. PIP is like really interesting. PIP was, it's so funny because when I wanted to do the show on Monday, but obviously didn't have my computer, PIP was that stock we wanted to talk about. Because I thought it would be a situation that you guys might want to buy into and play it on that pullback. I'm actually the bottom feeding that's going to take place after that huge dump, kind of like CBR, but it was really interesting to see PIP, sell off today. I thought maybe that gap down was already a huge discount enough. So to see PIP continue to sell off, now we're talking about, this is a company that has severe issues going on. So you let me know a little bit about PIP, man. Huge biotech play, and this is another one that used to be a high-flying stock way back when, right? Because I remember looking at this stock years ago. PIP, okay. Maybe I got it confused with something else, but PIP was a lot higher, and it was on the right track too. I mean, Look at the stock, from January 2016 to where it was. I mean, it was on the right track before that huge gap down on that failure. PIP was winning. PIP was winning. AEHR. Let me see here. AHR Test Systems, 35% move. Man, you guys are bringing up some stocks I've never even fucking heard of, dude. Obviously, we got a lot of stocks out here that nobody's heard of, but damn. This is another one that was, volume at 20,000 average, and all of a sudden today it puts up 9 million shares being traded on AEHR. It's incredible, man. That's a huge move. Yeah, one thing I'm not going to ever put up for a stock to watch is those kind of plays where it's just like, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm not going to do, because I have so many beginners watch this stuff. By all means, if that's the kind of plays you guys play them yourself. But I'm not going to ever put that on that list for people to watch. I have way too many beginners to put people in those kind of things so they can turn around and lose everything. OCS, even though we play OTC stuff, I even try to find the safest OTC plays, or at least put them in a position to be at the safest position to go long, or even to make $1 in it, even if it is short term. All right, but at least give people an opportunity. ONCS was on our list too. It was last week, and ONCS since then, not bad on ONCS. We're definitely up since we talked about it. 12% gain today on ONCS. That's another one with huge volume. ONCS, like this one too. ONCS. Let's see if ONCS can maintain it though. Can it maintain? Let me know if it can maintain it. Bo, you got some good tickers. You always got some good stuff, Bovash. You always got some good stuff, and I like ONCS too. I like ONCS too at these levels, because if we can break out that 140, if you see that, if we can break out that 140, I think it'd be really nice. I think it can be a really, really nice run here, man, on ONCS. Let's see what we can do on that one. 323, you're on the air. What's up? 323. 323, you're on the air. All right. That's another one.
Oh, shit.
All right, so PLG. Yeah, PLG, that was another move on Twitter, man. I was just like, gotta buy this one. And I put that out on Twitter. You don't have to find out the time. I can't remember the time. I put out, I think it had to be at least low twos. That's where I got in at anyway. It was a low twos on PLG, and it just kept breaking resistance, going higher. And here's the day chart in that stock. And we'll see what it does tomorrow. 518, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, Sal?
Doing good. Who am I speaking with?
Ricky from Canada. I spoke to you last week.
Yes, Ricky. What you got for us this week, man?
MKAU.
Okay. Yeah, MKAU, this is that, we talked about MKAU today. This is the streaming company that's looking to do, some business in streaming. What do you like about it long term here?
Not necessarily long term. I'm really looking at it maybe till Friday, and then pull out of it until next week and see what the volume will be.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. So we had a good day today. It was at the high. I wish it had stayed at the twos. I think it'd have been a really nice catalyst to bring in more money into it. If it can stay up at the twos. So now we've got a resistance level at that 0.023 on MKAU. You think we can break that tomorrow?
I really do. Not necessarily. I'll be honest with you. I think the news about it is. I'm doing a lot of research, and it's a little funny.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling, short term, that it really could be a little bounce off the mark that it was today.
Okay, let me see here on MKAU. Yeah, this is. I like the fact that the company's putting out a lot of news. They really are showing that they're trying to move this stock higher and create shareholder value, regardless of what people may think about the business. You know, I like the whole idea that they have going on. The website looks legit in terms of the whole Clicklia product. But you know, in terms of a move for Friday, now are you in the stock already?
Yeah, I'm in the stock actually at about 0.187.
Okay, all right, 0.187.
Picked it up I picked it up from the bounce. Actually, what happened was I just started about a week ago.
Okay.
And the big mistake, which was buy it on the high.
Yeah.
And I got out of it luckily at around the same time for around the same amount before it dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw it at the level it was at, getting a little more interest, some more news again. So I was thinking about that's why I hopped in it at low. So now I'm going to see the resistance, see the support level, see if we can bounce from there.
Yeah, I mean, this is okay. I like your plan of attack there. I do actually like your plan of attack. Let's see what again, because I think, you know, we're both in agreement that this needs a lot more volume to come in to really, you know, have it be the win that we think it can be.
100%.
Right, because it's done some things before here. I'm looking at the beginning of February. This was huge. It was a huge mover, you know, at the beginning.
It was a huge mover.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's actually, research the company. It's a company that's legit. It's been in business for many years, and it has good. It puts out its financials. It's not under. It's the only thing is it's an automotive company that is trying to break out and go into the streaming level. So, me personally, that's why I think that's the level that it is right now, because I don't think people are necessarily thinking, oh, well, why is an automotive company going into streaming? But it's very possible that that this could be a winner for later on.
Now, have you heard any news about them changing the ticker or the name of the company to more identify with the ongoing business?
No, they didn't say anything about changing the ticker. The only thing is today they came out with more news that by March 1st they're going to have a website out for the people, and on February 15th they're actually going to start with subscriptions.
Okay.
So I'm also, like I said, I'm a beginner. I'm following the news, whatever the best I can find.
Yeah.
I do Yahoo Finance. I try to go further. I go look at the credentials of the company, and you know, at the level I picked it up, I think it's a good possibility that it's going to start running again.
Yeah, it very well could. It very well could. I mean, they're doing a good job of putting out news, and looks like the buying has slowed out. You know, since that what's that 0.015 level. So you got volume coming in. You got buyers who are looking to hold. So again, we created that high at 0.023. So we'll see what it looks like in the morning. If we break that, then yeah, that's a huge buy signal for investors, and you know, it's going to be really interesting for you tomorrow if we do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm waiting for tomorrow morning to see how it breaks out.
Yeah.
I had another question for you. How do you like the after hours? Does it bother you that when they go into the after hours after 4 o'clock and they continue trading? I find it seems like it's more like up and down swings, extremes.
Well, I mean, after hours is very illiquid, so that's people who, you know, last minute trades and whatnot. I mean, it's not a liquid market, so I don't, you know, if it's not company changing news, I could care less what happens after hours. I mean, that's a few purchases. You know, typically I've seen companies where after hours down 4% and they open up the next day up 5%. So that it's nullified by morning trades more than 90% of the time, unless it's some serious news that can drive the price higher or lower.
Yeah, I guess. Because, like I said, I think the reason why I say that is because the first stock that I bought was dry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, exactly. It was so volatile, I was like, holy shit, what the hell did I get into? And then I finally realized I got out at a good price. I made maybe not much, at least I got out making something. But now I see today it dropped really bad.
Yeah. So, yeah, a
All
company
right.
like Dries. Yeah. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
All right. So, shout out to 514. Appreciate the call. Yeah, a company like Dries, man, you got to watch that stock after hours. But after hours is relatively a liquid market. I mean, you always play, if you can play after hours with your broker. Don't believe OTC stocks, but I know with the NASDAQ, NYSE stuff, you definitely want to do limit orders after hours because they'll fill you at a ridiculous price if you're not careful. Okay. AWGI, that's the water company, right? That's the triple water company. Ambient water, yep, is their triple. Yeah, this is still a situation where, it's all long. It's got a ton of shares out there, but we'll see. Back better than it was before. No glitches so far. Yeah, I know, Lennox John, because it's crazy because I still got all the same stuff in it. I still got the same, everything, is the same. Same old, DDR3 memory, 32 gigs. I think I got 32 gigs right now. 917, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Jamal. I was just asking about GALE.
Yeah, man, Gale, yeah, Gale is one of our old friends here, man. We used to be really heavy into Gale, and Gale was a stock that did a reverse split to stay compliant, and they recently had, I want to say, what was that? A public offering, and that dilutes a lot of people's shares. And when you do a public offering on a company that's already what most people believe to be a struggling company, that's a really, really, really negative catalyst, and investors didn't like it, and the stock crashed. Man, you're down, down 40%. The day's low was 80 cents, so you're up 3% from the low. 3 cents from the low. Are you in the stock or are you looking to buy in?
I was looking to buy it.
Okay. Yeah, it could turn around. It could very well turn around. They're back in the situation where they were, previously, which is what they did the reverse for. Now they're sub $1 again. If it's a low risk play to go along here at 80 cents a share in Gale, be very careful. But after a 40% loss, yeah, you're I think it's a good, if you're willing to go long for a couple of days, it could be a very good trade. It could be a very good trade for you. All right. Looks like the company has survived gap downs before.
I have another one, which is ACUR. That was another one that went down.
Yeah. Is it MCUR?
ACUR.
Oh, yeah, ACUR. Okay, ACUR is really interesting because ACUR, that was a short for me because that was a situation where, again, the stock ran really heavily on the 7th, very aggressively on the 7th. But when you have companies that get people excited, people jump onto them, they drive them to these extremes that are really, unjustified for the company. Really, to see these stocks gain almost 40% based on fundamentals that don't justify that kind of move, you'll typically see a sell-off the next day because nobody wants to, how reasonable is it to have this company that's worth maybe 60 cents trade for $1.50, $1.60. So ACUR found its way down today, 93 cents a share. You're still pretty high, compared to where you were just 3 days ago. Not saying that it'll continue to go lower, but you're trending here on support, barely holding for dear life. The bands are tight, but I think you could be breaking down here on ACUR. So I think you might have another red day in the stock unless, maybe some other kind of news comes out.
All right. Thanks.
All right. That's just my opinion, man. So, but if you're in the stock, we'll see what happens.
No, I'm not in the stock. I'm just, trying to get some.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the call.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yep. Call back anytime, bro. All right. So thank you, Jamal, for that. I don't know, he was kind of nervous or what, man. We in here kind of heavy, man. Damn, shit. Hey, I want everybody to press like right now. Press like right now on this video. Go ahead, do me a favor. Press like right now on this video. Help me out. As I said, if you won't donate $1, donate a like. 194 people. Damn. I should take breaks more damn often. Shit. CBMX. What's the name? CBMX Matrix Corporation. 395. 8% gain on that one. CBMX. All right, CBMX. Looking to break out here. Let's spread the chart out a little bit. Let's see where we are. Okay, nice chart. Since December, you're up really nice. Almost $1.50 since December in CBMX. Comba Matrix Corporation. All right, volume isn't the greatest. But it looks like you got buyers. They're holding and, looking to expect more from the stock. Comba Matrix Corporation. 323, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Gus from California.
Hey, what's going on, Gus?
Hey, not much. I have a question. So, for the Plug, it's a hydrogen stock.
Yeah, Plug.
What do you think of this one?
Man, Plug, it's so funny because Plug, way back in the day, if David, you might remind me of this one, but I want to say Plug used to be an OTC stock that got higher, that went ahead and upgraded to NASDAQ status. And, Plug, had a huge run back in 2014. I remember this 2014 run where it went from, I want to say 40, it was like 50 cents up to about $11. Huge move for the stock. And we're getting back to those levels. I mean, this is really interesting. That Plug is getting back now to sub $1. We're below $1 now. It's slowly working its way down. It's got to bleed out those sellers, and once that, once we actually start to see this level off, it looked like you almost had it here on the second, but then it broke down. But Plug is a stock that I would definitely buy once I've seen that, seeing the stock level off.
Yeah.
It's got to level off, really, because it seems like there's still people selling, and I'm not sure why they're selling, because let me see here. Looks like they're putting out great news. I mean, the fact that they just shipped their first fuel cell engine.
Yeah.
Where did this come out here? Yep. That happened today. That happened earlier today and had no effect on the stock whatsoever.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering if there's going to be like a rally or it's a good time to buy.
Well, it could. I mean, I've seen delayed reactions before. For example, we had that situation in PULM. PULM was a situation where, incredible news had hit. The stock didn't do anything, and all of a sudden, 2 days later, you had an incredible run in the stock. So could that happen for Plug? Maybe. But that's huge news for the company, that the fact that its ProGen engines had, finally been shipped. And that was one of the reasons that led to its increase way back when. So to see why Plug Power is now at its lowest point in 4 years, it's really incredible, man. It's really, really incredible and almost sad in a way. But yes, I would hold down on Plug Power. And I think if you start seeing a rally, buy into it, because it could really turn into a big, big rally.
Big rally, right. Okay, cool. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call.
Bye.
Yeah, Plug Power, man, way back when, Plug was the shit. Plug was the shit back in the day. But, this doesn't this remind you of Dries a little bit? This reminds you of Dries, doesn't it? This is how the Dries chart looked like. If you pull back Dries before this little run, it looked just like this. Everybody's selling. Everybody's looking at the chart, wondering what's going to happen and whether or not this would ever come back. And sure enough, it just quietly, started putting on gains. So I wouldn't give up on Plug just yet. Man. That's on watch. What's going on, Sinclair? Yeah. Plug Power, man. Plug Power. Let me see here. 601, what's up? You're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, Sal?
Doing good. What you got for us today, sir?
Yeah, I just had a quick question. I'm still new with the stock trading.
Okay.
And basically what I want to know is, how do you recognize a stock that's a pump and dump or a scam stock, or one of those stocks you need to stay away from? And the reason I ask is because, I had a question about, TXTM.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from my research, it appears to be a legitimate company. I mean, they just released the annual report, verifying, everything that we thought about them. They had the acquisition in South Africa and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But on different websites, people are always saying that it's a scam, that the company does not exist.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I'm trying to figure out. Well, I guess it's two questions. Number one, how do you tell that a stock is a scam or a pump and dump? And do you think that TXTM is just nothing more than a pump and dump?
Well, I mean, and the first thing you look at whether or not the stock is compliant. First of all, are they even submitting their financials? If you start seeing a stock that's rallying, and you don't know much about them, and it looks like they've submitting some annual reports here. They haven't submitted a SEC 10Q or 10K in some time. So right now they're listed as limited information here on the OTC markets. The annual report. Let me see here. The annual report is probably unaudited. Let me see here. Is it audited? Doesn't look like it's an audited financial. Nope. Yeah, it is unaudited. They label fixed assets at 2.5 million. No revenues, right? Yeah, no revenues. The company has no revenues. I mean, no income generated business as of right now. So I think your first hunch is right, man. There currently no revenues going on right now, although they have payroll and they're paying rent supposedly, but there's currently no revenue generating business right now with TXTM. Okay.
So basically, you're saying that news that they released about South Africa that was fake.
Well, I'm not saying it was fake, but it's for whatever they've done recently up until that news, there hasn't been anything revenue generating for the company. There's been no profits or whatever, and that's typical to see with OTC stocks. I'm not saying that as that's like something new or whatnot. You'll see a lot of companies that trade over the counter that have no revenues. But this news here with South Africa, let me see here real quick. And sorry, I know the screen is white for the people who are looking. Again, that's again, it's another article where it has no numbers, be very wary of news that comes out with OTC stocks that has no numbers. Okay, you want to see numbers. How is this going to help the bottom line of the company that they're doing business with, and how is it going to help them? This is another fluff article where it says, well, the potential of the market could be blah blah blah, and it could do blah blah blah, and we expect blah blah blah, but there's no real meat. Where's the beef? And to me, it looks like a fluff piece. Honestly, it looks like a fluff piece. But you play OTC stocks because you play the potential of the company, the potential that this could turn into a revenue generating business. So that's how it is sometimes. You're not going to see. You're not going to see assets. Sometimes you're not going to see any revenue. You're not going to see any real legitimate business. But we play on the potential that whatever the company has could be valuable to turn into that revenue generating company.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope I answer your question because I feel like I've left you in doubt. But I mean, it's just sometimes it is what it is.
Yeah. Thanks for your advice, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man. Yeah, I mean, it's so, because you can say all these companies that trade over the counter are scams to a certain extent. probably except all the companies that have been maybe downlisted to OTC markets, right? Old NASDAQ plays that have been downlisted, but for the most part, you can look at any OTC stock and you could pick at something to call it a scam. Companies with no revenues, companies with 2 employees that have market caps of 10 million plus, companies that have addresses at mailboxes express or some bullshit like that. So everybody can nitpick at one thing, but at the end of the day, man, you just got to play the chart. You said kill the beeping fire alarm. Is there a fire alarm going on? I haven't heard anything, man. Does somebody say there's a fire alarm? ICNB, 10%. Iconic Brands, still putting on gains on Iconic Brands. Trying to figure out what's going to happen with Iconic Brands. 305, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Sal? Is Michael 91.
Hey, Michael 91. I know you got some good tickers for us as always, man.
Yeah, man. I'm just here looking at a couple. I wanted you to take a look at. One is a old one that we used to play, NWBO.
Oh man, NWBO, Northwest Biotech. Yeah, what's going on with this stock, man? I'm glad somebody called.
I don't know. I see it. Yeah, I see it. I mean, it came. I see that it made a little bounce on his last high, and now I see that it's at what I would say resistance. Now it kind of channeled there for a couple of days, and right now it's sitting at resistance at what is this? 0.484. And it's with the technicals, with the 4 and the 8. Past 3 days, closing above the 4 and the 8 strongly. Today it closed pretty good. I'm also using I started using the MACD 2 lines. I don't know if you're familiar with that one as well. That one's giving me a buy confirmation as well, about to cross the 0. Yeah, all my indicators are saying buy. I mean, and it's at a resistance, so I'll be looking for that to break out of that area. Potentially see where we could go from there. But overall, as a company, do you know much about NWBO?
I have to look back into it and see what's changed. I remember NWBO, this late this summer in September, it had those 2 huge runs.
We played those for a couple of days.
And we played those for a couple of days, and it kind of went quiet. So I have to review where the company is right now. But yeah, I do see here. This is the 1-day chart I have pulled up here. We are at a resistance level here, and I think 50 cents is really like if it crosses 50, I would buy that all day on NWBO and test that. But NWBO, yeah, man, it's been a runner in the past. It's definitely been a multiple day runner in the past. The pullbacks are strong as fuck though, but NWBO, I mean we're at a resistance point here. If we crack, I think I would buy that breakout on NWBO based on what I know it's done in the past. FDA looks like they lifted the hold on their cancer drug trial. That news came out yesterday. That the clinical hold by the FDA had been lifted. Let's see here. I'm seeing maybe 2 days ago, actually. Now on NWBO, so that could be the reason. Well, that probably is the reason why NWBO is moving as aggressively as it is now. Only 2% gain on the stock, but I would watch this tomorrow. I'll put that on the list tomorrow. But
it's at an interesting spot right now.
Yeah, very interesting spot right now. You had huge volume come into the stock today. So NWBO, yeah, we'll see what happens with that tomorrow.
Another one that caught my attention is ATOS. I see that it went up 26% today, but then I go to see the news, and the last news that this company released was the 9th of January.
Yeah, this was a move that I didn't understand at all either. Here's the chart for today. and the volume started coming in like mid-afternoon, as if like something had been dropped, but I didn't see any news at all either.
You think that could be inside buying or anything like that?
If it was, I mean, we'd see 4 and 4s, and I didn't see any inside buying that had been announced by the company. Let me see here, and I've checked social media, and when I look at social media, people are saying it's a pump, but I'm not sure by who. Typically, they would say by who, but you have a lot of people who are calling ATOS a pump. Yet the stock closed up well over 25%. In terms of clinical activities. Yeah, if anybody could let me know what drove that one out. But yeah, this is a late day mover, ATOS. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that one tomorrow.
All right, yeah, and another one that has a crazy amount of volume that also caught my attention is spiked up nicely today is INVE. Have we talked about that one?
Yeah, INVE.
It's been running for.
Yeah. We talked about INVE. That slow pullback that happened late in the afternoon was kind of a little bit scary, because now we basically lost almost 70 cents in a matter of like 45 minutes. So that was kind of a little bit worrisome, because this was a stock that was up well over 60% for the day. It was actually one of the top 3, and it pulled back like a motherfucker towards the end of the day. So I don't know what INVE is going to do tomorrow. That's kind of up in the air, but I do have on the list for us to watch that tomorrow, because it is pretty low volume. I mean, pretty low flow.
All right, and then these last two, this one really really got me interested, is PLG. Like it's been trending upwards now for a couple of days. It broke out of a couple resistance levels that I have here, and the volume picked up really nicely today.
Yeah,
and
that's another. Yeah, PLG. That's another one. I was actually in that stock today on PLG, and that's an interesting one too, because it broke out all of my moving averages that I look for during the day, and when I saw that, I knew I had to jump on to it breaking resistance today multiple times. By the way, actually to find support. Nice. People would buy those cheap shares up every single time it attempted to pull back. There was huge volume that would come in and buy those lows. So I tweeted that out for people to get into that. So we'll see what happens. This could be a multiple day run in PLG. Not sure what's driving it. I mean, they had a financing deal last week. No real news to move it as aggressively as it is now. But I think you'll have a nice morning in PLG. We'll see if it can hold though.
And the last one being NQ, which is looking like it's going to come to test some resistance up here at the 450 possibly.
Yeah, NQ. Yeah, NQ. I'm not a big fan of NQ. NQ is a Japanese internet company. I mean, not Japanese, Chinese internet company. I mean, do you like the company so far, or are you just basically playing the technicals right now?
That's all I've been doing is the technicals. To be honest, I got to focus more on the fundamentals. I really need to start learning like how to read like all of those balance sheets and the 10Q and all of that.
Yeah.
But now I'm trying to get the technicals, because I'm more of a, I don't even want to say a day trader, because sometimes I'll be messing up with these day trades, man. Sometimes I really feel like you need to just get away from these charts, man, because you can have scary ass moments, and then you end up selling, and then 2 minutes later you're up, and it's like fuck.
Now are you playing the 1 minute, or are you playing the 5 minute?
I play the 5 minutes, man, but like. It's like crack, man. You can't get your eyes off of that shit. Yeah. Like it's like shit. When you got money invested in something, it's like you got to be there at all times, and it could cause you to make stupid mistakes, Yeah. So I'm sticking to paper trading now for a while, trying to get my game on point, But for the one that I brought up first to you, which was AEHR, would you be able to read up on the latest news that was released on that one? I feel like that's pretty good news for the company overall. and could possibly put the company in an uptrend position.
Well, yeah, they received some kind of news
That they got a
they
big
received
deal
an
or
order.
something
Yeah,
like that?
they actually received an order from a subcontractor to lead. Let me see here. What was that about? All right, so they basically received a $2.5 million order for their burn-in and test system from a leading manufacturer. So yeah, I'd have to look more into that. But it looks like they received a substantial order from a company, from a leading manufacturer. So they a semiconductor company. They call them the worldwide supplier of semiconductor test and burn-in equipment. Okay, I'm not familiar with what that means. But interesting move in AEHR though. Now, what was the stock you just gave us before this one?
NQ.
NQ, yeah, that was the one. NQ. All right, and then AEHR. Yeah, I definitely like AEHR. I'm gonna put that up for tomorrow. AEHR, but NQ, I'm kind of sketchy on that one, even though it is near looking to break out here of that 460 top here, and it looks like the 52-week high is 535, which it'll be right under that if we pass the 460. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah, man, I got to get my fundamentals on point. Like that CBR that we were talking about the other day, I'm like, oh shit, okay, this is good news. I thought it was good news. I'm thinking, oh shit, tomorrow this is gonna run, and it was just standing still. I stayed in it the next day. It really wasn't making a move. Then I decided to get out, and sure enough, man, what the fuck did it do today? It went up 20% or something like that.
Yeah, it went up almost 20%. Actually, yeah, that was the high. The high was about 20%. It was up. The high of the day was 46 cents.
And I was like.
Now, when did you get in CBR? Did you get in when I tweeted that, or you just kind of found it yourself?
I saw the show after you tweeted that. I saw that. I saw people talking about it. I'm like, damn, maybe there's something I should take a look at. I got in it the following day.
Okay.
And it really didn't do much.
Yeah, the
next day I believe
didn't do much, but.
Yeah, and then I believe the following day I got out like pretty early, and I think after that, I think towards the end of yesterday it started running, no? Towards the end of yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I missed all of that, man. So, patience, man. It's all about patience.
That's what it is.
It's yeah, man. But thanks a lot, man. I see that you just touched 200 right now. That's the first time I see that, man. Congrats.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the call, man.
All right, man. Keep doing it stuff.
All right, call back anytime. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's Michael91. Appreciate it, Michael. And Michael, yeah, man, anytime you want to call up. He's always got some good tickers for us. Always got those good tickers for us. Thank you, Michael91. And, he touched on NQ. And like I said, I'm not a big fan of NQ. I think NQ is going to end up shitting on people. This is a Chinese wireless internet company. They're trading at like 95 times earnings. They got quote unquote 1,000 employees. All these Chinese companies that trade on the NASDAQ and at these lower levels, especially, I just don't trust any of them at all. Especially the ones that don't have any kind of institutional following. Investment bankers that are reviewing the company or anything like that. I just think they're all scams. So that guy talked about scams. I think Chinese companies are huge scams. I just believe that. Yeah, CBR was a buy and hold. I'm not sure why people would get out of CBR early. That was a buy and hold, man. Based on if you really read up on the information and why it was down to begin with, I don't think you would have sold out as early as you did if you really knew what was going on. 510, you're on the air. What's up? 510. 510, you there? I got you on, man. 12 seconds.
Can you hear me?
There it is. There you are. What's up, man?
What's up with it, Sal?
What's up with you, man?
Hey, can you check out PULM?
PULM. Now, PULM, what do you like about this one? Looks like the good times that came and went, but obviously you're still interested in it. What's got you looking at it?
Well, they brought out some news today about an inhaled drug delivery innovation to help fight lung disease.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Let me see here. The Harvard scientists. Yeah, that information about the Harvard scientists pointing out to their drug about how it helps to fight lung disease. Yeah, that was kind of a little bit of a fluff piece by PULM, to keep the price high. But they had a $3 million direct offering. That was yesterday, and it didn't really do anything to the stock at all. So probably because how small it was compared to the run that it recently did. But PULM, looks like it's found some new supporters. Right now, after hours, okay, still nothing's moving, but PULM. Now, are you in the stock right now, or are you looking to get in?
I'm looking to get in.
Okay.
Right now, it's on the it closed on the 9 EMA on the 5 minute. So I'm gonna see what's gonna happen in the pre-market. If that news is gonna bump it up.
Yeah, definitely see what happens with this one. PULM. Shares taking investors' breath away. Yeah, because you had some really interesting articles come out about this, where you had some people write some kind of hit pieces on it. When this one guy calling it, PULM just hot air. So yeah, I would read up on some of the articles that were written up about it. Every time a stock goes really hot like this, you'll have mainstream financial media start writing some articles on it, and some of them are good, some of them can be hit pieces that can really drag the stock down. So I would continue to do some research on this and see what happens, but hopefully we start seeing either some real substantial news come out, or you're probably going to see this go a lot lower. I mean, it's still high up there in comparison to where we were not too long ago. I mean, if you look at the chart, January, we're below $1, so we're still $3, from where we were, based on, let me see here. I'm trying to figure out what was that original news that sent it higher. That FDA qualified infectious disease designation. And the thing about that is that good news eventually turns into old news, and the stock is showing a little bit of weakness, so we'll see what happens on PULM.
All right. What about APOP? Can I talk about that yet?
Spell that ticker.
APOP.
APOP. No, we have not talked about this one. Actually, you're the first person to bring that up today. APOP up 20% today. Let's look at the 5-day here. So we had a huge move this morning, and then a sell-off. Okay.
I was noticing because the average value this stock trades for is 600K.
Yeah.
And today it traded 5.6 million.
Yeah, it traded huge today in the morning, where they had that huge news on their cancer phase 1-2 trial, that Apograph product that they have.
I'm thinking this might be a good little morning spiker.
Yeah, I think you might have some movement tomorrow in this stock, but based on that sell-off to this morning, I mean, you got up to a high of $6, so $6.77. That means somebody bought up there. I mean, somebody's in here at almost $6 and higher. I feel sorry for them because that came right back down. But yeah, you might have some activity in this tomorrow, APOP, but investors weren't a believer at those high prices, so I'd be nervous to see what happens. It looks like every time the stock has gotten that high too, it comes right back down. It gives back all of its gains every time it makes a run. So this might be what one guy called them and said, 10-minute, 20-minute play. That might be what you're looking at in this one, man.
Yeah, that's all I do, man.
Yeah.
I just look at little stuff, like 40, 50 cents.
Okay. Yeah. That might be what you're looking for on this one. Might be what you're looking for.
I've got a question for you about Share Trader.
Okay.
Have you ever had a problem withdrawing your money from them?
I've never had a problem withdrawing my money from them. I've only, I've used Share Trader like 2 times, dude, because I don't trust them. I've tried it. I've tried it just because I wanted to give a review on it. But I'm not a fan of the whole idea of having my money in the Bahamas and, not being protected by, the federal government and their insurance, FDIC insurance. So, but no, I've never heard of anybody saying they can't get their money out. But the thing about it is you do pay I think it's like $40 $40 to withdraw. The customer service is horrible. I mean, have you ever tried to do the customer service, man?
No, I never had to deal with it.
Okay, yeah, customer service is horrible. So I really hope you never end up in a situation where you have to call them from anything, because every single time I've tried to call SureTrader, you can call them up right now. Your hold time is like 60 minutes. And if you try to use the online chat feature, it's practically worthless because nobody ends up, coming into the chat room with you. So, again, if you're willing to take the risk of using SureTrader, you're on your own with that one. Just know that.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I'm using it right now is because I'm trying to get away from the PDT rule.
Yeah.
So my goal is, and also the leverage. But then once I make, I think I told myself, once I make 35K, I'm gonna switch out, probably go somewhere that's better.
Okay. I mean, have you ever thought about just using multiple brokers?
Using multiple brokers?
Yeah.
No, the thing is, I need the leverage right now.
Okay.
That's the main reason why I got them. The PDT rule and also the leverage.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Good luck with that,
And
man.
then, what's your thoughts about MJ&A? It's been really quiet this last couple months.
Yeah, man, MJ&A, MJ&A, I got my stop, my stop listed at $14.99, and it's getting very, very close to that, man. I got to protect my little gains in that. I've already lost some money watching MJ&A, get up there and then come right back down. So, I had
I got out like last month when it hit that 20-cent mark.
Mm-hmm.
I sold half my shares. And then I was looking for the buy back in, but it never gave me the confirmation that it wants to go back up to the 20.
Yeah, and then watch it start running as soon as I sell. That's kind of how it happens sometimes. But, MJ&A, it is what it is with the stock, man. So these marijuana plays right now, they're kind of going sideways for the most part. I don't see one that's really, really putting on incredible gains instead of CBIS. CBIS is doing some things, but other than that, MJ&A looks like it's kind of boring off here.
Okay. And then, can I ask you a question about a strategy I'm trying to start doing?
Yeah.
Trading?
Tell us. I'm sure the people in the chat room probably got some idea about it too.
My thing is, I'm noticing during pre-market when these stocks are getting, when people are getting these alerts about these pre-market movers that are gapping up, 15-20%. Usually right out the gate. They jump up another 10 cent, 20 cent. So my thing was, once at the gate, if we get a strong green candle, was to go ahead, buy 1,000, 2,000 shares, and then once it reaches 20 cents, get out. And if it doesn't and it goes downward, have a stop loss at 5 cents or 5 to 7 cents.
I mean, that's you can do that. It'll be hard as hell to make sure your trigger finger is fast enough for that kind of action. By all means, you can put in an order for that. I'm trying to figure out. You would have to.
That's why I like SureTrader too, because I got their what's it called, the SureTrader Pro, and they got hotkeys, to buy and sell.
Okay. Yeah. Most brokers have the hotkeys though on their platforms, but yeah, if you can definitely do that and you put in the right limits, because I would use a limit to do that, because you're gonna have to put the limit in, or you're gonna really fuck up your strategy without a limit order, being that it's like 5 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe not even, probably 5 minutes for you to get in and out. Fast. Right. You would definitely want to put in a limit order so you actually buy and sell where you want to for it to make sense for you. And then you're going to have to, of course, go in with the position size to make sense, where a 5 minute move will be able to make sense for you, where it's a big profit. So I can see where you're using the leverage and the time. It makes sense. Is it doable? I'm sure people do it. It's risky, yes, because you're using leverage. So if it doesn't work against you, I think that could be really, really bad. But But yeah, man, good luck to you on that strategy, though.
All right. Oh, you think it's safer just to like watch those pre-market movers, watch them for like the next, see what they do out the gate, and then wait for a dip?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Back?
If I'm going long, I prefer, like I say, if I'm going long, I prefer yes to let the market, let those morning orders come in. Let's see if we have support at those higher prices. If we don't, there's the pullback. Then find out where support is for the day. If I believe it to be positive, then I take my chances at that support and ride out, hopefully into a gain with the stock throughout the day. But, sometimes it continues to go lower or, that can also happen as well. But, yeah, I don't like buying into pre-market because you don't know where your fill typically sometimes will be at. And if your fill is really high and then the stock pulls back and doesn't come to the high of the day, you're fucked.
Right.
Because you don't want to get in at the high of the day because it may not ever come back to you. So.
Right. I was in the Discord room and then I forgot who, but he was saying something about he doesn't like getting in stocks that are making new higher days. What's your thoughts about that?
You said what making a high of the day?
When stocks are making new highs. So like say like a stock is say stock was trading at 250 and it just broke 255. Some people I was talking to, they like to buy into that.
Oh yeah, of course,
momentum.
yeah. You buy you buy the breakout, of course, yeah. I mean, if the day, if the stock opened up at $1.90, it made a high of 210, and now it's attempting to break, and it breaks through the high. Now you're at 212. Yeah, you buy that, of course. Especially it's still middle of the day or even late afternoon. Yeah, you buy that breakout, of course. I mean but I mean everybody's got their somebody like David just said in the chat room. Everybody's got their own strategy, but. Yeah, breakouts are high probability trades, for you to end up profitable. But yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, the daily breakout, of course, you definitely buy into a stock that's breaking the high of the day. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's any book will teach you that.
I was telling somebody on the Discord room. It might be because he's short biased, so that might be why.
Yeah.
When it breaks new highs, he likes to go short. So.
Oh, he likes to go short. I wouldn't short the breakout of the high. I mean, I would short, breakdown of support of the day. I mean, if the low of the day is 170 and we go back to retest the 170 and we break lower, I would short that. I wouldn't short breaking out the high of the day. That's a high probability that you had a lot of volume come in and you'll find yourself covering at a higher price. I mean, that's just my take on it. I'm not a pro. But
right.
I wouldn't short a breaking of the high of the day. Hell no.
All right, so thanks for the info, man.
Appreciate
it.
Yep. Thanks a lot, man. Call back anytime.
Bye.
All right, yeah. The Discord room, man. It's called this ain't called the Disco room. The Discord room, dude. The Discord room. The Discord room. Shout out to the caller, man. Shout out to the caller. Yeah, the Discord room. All right, somebody can drop that link for people in a Discord room. Yeah. 305. You're back on. Who am I talking to?
Hey, how's it going? It's Mike from Cali, man.
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
Hey, pretty good. I wanted to see your opinion on BWEN. I'm thinking it's gonna fill a $5 gap soon.
Broadwind Energy. All right, man. That's nice looking chart from the end of the year. Now volume is pretty light, but it looks like it's gaining, slowly building it up. Average is only 66. You had a 96 today, so volume is coming into the stock. Now, what's been driving this higher? Do you know?
No, to be honest with you, I'm just been looking at the charts, man. I've been having the same problem as a couple of people, man, where I really don't read the news or anything like that. I'm just looking at the technical stuff.
Okay.
But I mean, it's on a rise, and I'm hoping by tomorrow it should feel like the $5 gap,
Yeah, you had 60,000 shares yesterday, 96 today. Where was that? Where is it? 52-week high is 549. When was that? Okay, so that was back in September. Okay, so you've been trending ever since. Look at the 1-day chart here. All right. Okay, so really interesting February for the stock. I'd love to find out what's driving this February in the stock. Let me see here. Broadwind Energy reaches agreement to acquire Red Wolf Company. All right, so it looks like they got an acquisition of a privately held fabricator and assembler of industrial systems. They also had a recent contract win where they secured a $28 million contract for new towers in Wisconsin and Texas. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of fundamentals that you want to know about what's going on with this company. So yeah, I think your trading will only get better when you start reading, being able to identify, why these stocks are up. I see here that 472. I labeled it. That 472. 468 was the day's range. So 472 is where I think I would look at the stock. We're very, very close. We're only 10 cents away from that. So we'll see if that becomes resistance, or, well, some people might already say it is resistant based on what it had today, where it pulled back from 468. So if we can cross that, I think you'll see a lot more volume come in at 472.
Yeah, I'm hoping that. Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case. It's been channeling,
Yeah.
So we'll see tomorrow, come open time.
Yeah, huge move, huge 3-day move though. I mean, you're up almost 50 cents in 3 days. So nice play on that one.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate it, man.
Right,
Thanks for the call.
Thanks, Tom.
Yep. Yeah, nice play. I mean, nice play on that one. Up 60 cents if you pull back. Again, very low volume though. I mean, I know it's if you study Tim Sykes, or if you consider that guy your trainer, this is not a play that you would even consider. But if you got a couple thousand and you're not too well concerned, BWEN might not be too bad for you. I think now you're a little bit high. I would watch to see if it actually does that 472. But as somebody who was studied and learned under Tim Sykes, you would never even consider a stock under 200,000 in volume. Okay. Yeah. Dries, you said get out of Dries. PJet, man. Shout out to people who are in PJet, man. PJet, and I don't know if Bill Betts is in the house. PJet, huge mover. This was another 000, God knows what play that we didn't think would go anywhere, and all of a sudden they break out. Don't you just love that? 337. What's up? You're on the air.
Yes, I didn't have any stocks, but I had a question for you.
All right.
It's about the stockbroker Trade King. Wonder if you had any information on it. They're $4.95 a trade right now.
Yeah, I mean, what type of stocks are you looking to buy? Are you looking to buy just NASDAQ and those kind of plays, like NASDAQ, NYSE? Yeah. Oh yeah, if that's what you're looking for, and you're just strictly looking just to buy and go long, then maybe Trade King is your best bet. But I think they've got a weird thing where you can't buy stocks under like $2.50 though.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you might want to look at that Trade King, because I remember looking into Trade King, and I don't believe you can buy stocks. Let me see here. I don't think they make it harder for you to buy stocks. I want to say under 250. Let me see here.
Okay.
All margin accounts is $2,000. Yeah, you might want to look into that, because it's been a minute since I looked into Trade King, but they've got a weird thing where stocks under $2, I think you can't even buy them or something like that. But yeah, that $4.95 is really interesting. But I mean, if that's your issue, I would possibly look at like Options House or something like that. I know you're probably not into options, but at least you get a better platform, because I've heard the platform at Trade King sucks. I mean, how long have you been using Trade King?
Oh, I haven't yet. I've been using Robinhood as of now.
Oh, okay. All right. So people in the chat room are saying Trade King charges you a fee for stocks under $2. Yeah. So under $2, you get a fee, and I wouldn't want that, man, for you, especially you coming from Robinhood, where you're dealing with free trades, and a lot of the NASDAQ and Dow stocks we talk about here are well under $1, well under $2. You wouldn't want to pay an extra fee in addition to your commission in order to trade those kind of stocks.
Right.
Now, are you moving to a computer? That's why you want to go into like a major broker?
Well, I'm going to be moving some money soon, so
okay.
I was looking to go move it into a broker.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Yeah, I would look around a little bit more, though. I would look around a little bit more. I'm not sure Trade King would be your best bet for what we do here in terms of talking about these OTC. I mean, not OTC, but not just OTC, but these lower priced NASDAQ and Dow stocks where you get a lot more, value for your money.
Right.
I think Trade King is, if you're looking for, stocks over $10, I think Trade King is your best bet. But, for what I think you're trying to do, which is speculation, I think you can do better than Trade King.
Okay, I appreciate the information.
All right, thanks a lot for the call, man.
All right, thanks.
Yep. Yeah, I think you can do better than that. I would look at Options House. If he's looking to keep his costs low. Looking to keep his costs low. You probably don't want to do a major. If he's not interested in coming from Robinhood, you don't do OTC. So, I'm sure there's another way to go. Mr. Lloyd, what's up with you, man?
What the fuck? 205 people in this motherfucker? Oh my goodness.
Dude, we had like 200 and I think a high was like 220, man. So
my goodness, man. Let me hurry just keep. I'm pretty sure I won't be able to call in, man. I got to fucking get a reservation and shit to call in.
You already know, man.
Man, I've been kind of quiet lately, man. It's just I think as you get more involved in trading, my focus level has definitely it's been, I don't know, it's just definitely increased. And so I don't know how people can trade and conversate at the same time, man. That's just like, that's a fucking skill.
That's why I don't understand those people who had to be in chat rooms during the day and stuff like. I don't know how they do it. I really don't know how you're able to pay $140 a month to stay in the chat room while you're looking up trades. I mean, unless all you're really doing is looking for somebody to give you a ticker and for you to jump in and just, but are you really trading when you're doing that? That's my thing. you know? Because when that person is not there, can you do it yourself?
Right. So as far as dries, man, actually, I decided, and thank goodness it went back up to $6 again, so I went ahead and took my little profits out of there, and I decided to put $30 back into it just because, just in case it made that $4,900, as they estimated. So, and obviously it took a shit. So I'm glad that, the number one thing that I've found since trading since May, man, is taking profits. I mean, there's really nothing that can train you on how to take profits or really when to take profits. I mean, yeah, you can study books all day, but when you're looking at that shit live, it's like you forget everything, or everything is like a blur.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah, everything is right. When you're watching a DVD and it looks so perfect, but when that chart is developing and you actually have to do it. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's the real thing.
Right. Hey man, hey listen, you had this new Alienware. When are you supposed to get this Alienware set up here now?
Man, look, so I thought I was gonna buy a computer, but somebody just said, look, just update it. You got a decent system, just improve the parts. So anyway, I go to Best Buy, right? And I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm going there. This guy, he's got this little geek squad. I'm thinking he's got some certifications. He knows what he's doing. So anyway, they tell me this is what you need, and I told them what my budget is. To tell you, hey, look, it's $2,000. I want a souped up motherboard. I want max out my RAM. I want you to keep my graphics card because my graphics card is the best out there right now. So anyway, he goes and picks out something, and he's like, okay, yeah, this is what we're gonna do, and I'll give you a call back tomorrow. So anyway, so Monday I wasn't here. Tuesday he calls up. He's like, oh, we got a little bit of issue. Can you come in? So I was like, okay. So I go in, and basically the new motherboard doesn't fit into the case. And what he would have to do is cut a piece off my graphics card, like that clamp, or anyway, that little end, he'd have to cut it off in order to make it fit. I was like, man, don't cut anything. I don't want you to cut anything off the damn, graphics card. So let's just, what's my other solution? He says, okay, you need a new box. And he's like, okay, well, we don't sell any boxes here right now, but we can get some on order. So I was like, okay, look, just go ahead and order the box. Put my computer back together. I'll be back here for the weekend or something like that. So they're gonna, I'm gonna do the show for the rest of the week, and then this weekend I'll be back over there at Best Buy trying to do that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as any plays this week, man, actually, you guys that are in these like 00 plays. Actually, when I first started playing penny stocks, I bought some 00s, and one is finally starting to fire up, man. But ABHI. So I've been sitting in that since May of last year, and I was so excited. That was one of my first penny plays. I said, man, I bought 100,000 shares for $46. I'm about to be rich.
Yeah. I mean, you're up huge now, right? I mean, where are you at now?
Well, no, I'm only up $12 right now.
What? How?
So, right. So I bought it, I think, at 004. But like I said, when I first bought it, when you first go into penny stocks, and I don't know about for you, but when I first bought up my first 100,000 shares, man, I was on top of the world. I said, shit, I just bought 100,000 shares of this? Yeah. I don't give a damn when it is. I paid $50 for it,
Okay,
so
yeah. If you only paid $50, then yeah, I can see why you're up only that much. Okay, not bad.
But the thing of it is, man, and you never know when these things are going to run and how long they're going to run for. Actually, I just got an email as far as they're expecting the price target. There's a promotion right now. They're expecting the price target to be 002. At least taking profits at 002. Okay. Of course, you go to these boards and they're pumping the shit out of it, trying to get people to. But I've been holding this bag for a long time, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and back out of it. It's only $50, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see what
Other
happens.
than that, man, in regards to options, I've been really focusing on options, and I do have some cons with the options right now, and I spent $647 in commission fees already.
Shit, and this is with who?
TD Ameritrade. See, that's the thing.
That's why then, man. That's why. I mean, if you're going to do options, go. I thought you was fucking with Options House.
Right. But so I'm paying $1.50 per contract. So the flat.
Oh man, that's ridiculous.
But without any trading, so without the $9.95, it's just $1.50 across the board.
$1.50 across the board. No flat commission fee.
No, flat, no commission fees, but except you just paying for $1.50 for the contract.
So then you must be just trading a lot then.
Well, the problem is when you're trading spreads. So when you buy a spread, it's like you buy you buy a short and you buy you buy and sell. So basically it's like $30 in and $30 out. So you really have to include that into your profits.
Okay. Damn.
So I'm really just gotta focus more on trying to figure out how in the hell I'm gonna make some money, man. It's just like this shit is fucking hard. It's not as easy as I thought it was. Taking this downgrade from this job, I'm thinking, okay, well, hell, I'm about to be rich. Now I have a better focus, but it's definitely been it's definitely been a challenge for me
Now,
right now.
now,
So
are you just still only doing like GDX and stuff like that? Like you
no, no, no. So basically, I'm doing spreads that will allow me to generate my weekly income.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm not trying to be greedy. So that
Right.
$400 to $500. And as I told you last week, I made the biggest mistake of my life with CMG when I got $40 when I was supposed to have $500.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because I wasn't paying attention to the spread. So, but yeah, so it's a learning experience, man. I should have $260 by the end of the week, so we'll see what happens. I play Amazon, and I bought in at 817. So right now we're 820. So I'm anticipating getting $260 by the end of the week. So I'm trying for these consistent gains, and once I start getting these consistent gains, then I can start placing larger bets until I feel comfortable with this. But other than that, man, I haven't really found any really good penny plays to really get myself into. After getting burned on INMV, I'm really just starting to realize that shit was just a total sham. And if any of you guys are looking at INMV, please do not get into it. They getting ready. They just filed for another S1. So are you familiar with the S1?
No. Go ahead and explain it to the people who don't know, though.
So if you guys are into filings or you don't know anything about filings, an S1 is basically it's a public offering, and what happens is they're giving out shares for money. And no, I don't care what you read on the board. Don't fucking believe it. Oh, they're just trying to gain more money to build their company. That's bullshit. So what's going to happen is once they file the S1 and the what the hell is the stock people? Who's the people that regulates it?
SEC.
Yeah. So once the SEC approves it and gives their blessing to it, then the people that have shares, they're going to turn that shit in, and they're going to dilute the stock. And so basically that 30-cent stock that you had, that you've had maybe, let's say, $2,000 in profit, can go down to 10 cents. And so you'll lose everything you have, and now you're holding the bag. And so once I've seen that S1 filing for and you can actually pull it up on your screen so that if you want to show people, but they filed for the S1, and once that's approved, whoever has shares that they want to sell, they're going to sell those shares, and it's going to dilute the stock, and basically shareholders like us is going to get the fucking bags, and so you have to make the decision if you're going to stay or leave. And so I really thought INV was going to be the one, but obviously anything under a dollar, you're really taking a significant chance. Even though INV had products, however, the problem was that there was really a lack of communication from the director. And this is what I didn't understand, is here is people saying, oh, yeah, he has all these products. He does have the products, but he's not showing his face enough for me in order to have me convinced that this company is going to move forward. So that's, but everything that I've done so far since playing this market has definitely been a lesson learned. So, and now I'm just trying to figure out where I need to go. I need to take it slow and easy, because I think when I first came in, I think anybody that first comes in, we all want to be cowboys, you know what I'm saying? Like, hell yeah, I made a little money, I'm going all in, so I wasn't very conservative when I first started. So I'm a little bit more conservative now, and place my trades. So hopefully I can have consistent gains. That's the most important thing, and
So
not
true,
trying to be fucking the home run hitter fucking every time I go for a swing. So, but yeah, man. So that's really just all that's been going on. I'm glad to see the show is really progressing, man. I just can't believe it. All these people just sitting here listening to you rant and rave and shit.
Yeah, because they love it, man. They love trading, and they love it as much as you do, as much as I do, and some love it even more. So yeah, man, I'm grateful. So
when you going down to Texas to help build that wall?
Man, fuck that shit. you're gonna have to you're gonna have to pay me a lot more than what I've heard they want to pay those people to build that wall. By the way, too. So.
Right.
I mean, in fact, I don't know if you heard, but they were going to try to send like prisoners to go build that wall. I don't know. I saw some articles about that. But anyway, I ain't trying to get into all that. But yeah, man,
That's good, man. Well, hey, man. Well, Sal, hey, keep it up, man. I'm pretty sure we'll. If you need a secretary or something to answer these damn phones, because I know that's going to be coming soon. Just let me know. I'll work for a couple dollars an hour.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Brother. Have a good night, all right?
All right. Thanks a lot, Mr. Lloyd. All right. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd for the call, man. Shout out to Mr. Lloyd for the call.
Jordan to the crossover. Yes.
Yes, all day, Mr. Lloyd. So somebody was bringing NETE up before I wrap the show up. NETE, Net Element, huge morning. Huge morning. Stock went from 88 cents up to a high of $1.50 and gave it all back. See what I'm saying? These missed short opportunities. Oh, God, man. That would have been a beautiful short, too. Look at that. Oh. Man. Anyway, great opportunity. But, nothing. I don't see anything that would have let you know that the stock was going to open up like that, though. I didn't see any pre-market news to justify it that big of an open, and that's probably why I gave it back that way. We pulled up MMEG. We talked about it earlier. Huge move. We actually had a guy call up and explain MMEG, and he talked about the fact that, the company had acquired 2 social media platforms in Germany. He's really excited about it. He thinks that tomorrow you're going to have another run-up, which I believe. Tomorrow should be a green day after such a move today. You'll probably see some profit taken in the morning. But if it finds, people willing to buy those cheaper shares, and we break out of the morning high, because your morning high is going to be huge. Right, you're going to have a strong morning high as people buy into these gains today because they want a piece of that. So, if you open up at 0055, you pull back a little bit, and let's say you break through the morning high, yeah, I would buy that. I would definitely buy that. But it's a pump is a pump. Mr. Lloyd is absolutely right. Bullshit. MMEG $1. Yeah, we had a guy call up. Didn't he call up and said that the stock is going up to 10 cents or something like that? That's well over 700% from where we are now. Yeah, JAGX. We covered JAGX. JAGX up on an acquisition. That's probably the play of the day tomorrow, right? That's probably the play of the day tomorrow. JAGX. That's probably going to be one of your biggest winners tomorrow. When I look at what's hot, when I look at what was hot today, and let's see here. Now, this is a mix of both OTC and NASDAQ, and of course Dow and all those other ones. I probably like JAGX as the one most likely to be back on that list tomorrow, including PLG. I think CBR could possibly be on there as well. APOP. Shout out to the caller who brought in APOP. But when I look at that list, I probably see, let's scan down a little bit further now. Let's go down the list a little bit. ACOL, Rex Energy. All right, because these stocks in the single digit gains, they'll tend to be what you'll see in the double digits tomorrow. Looking at some of these gains here. Care.com. And I wasn't even aware that Care.com was a penny stock. I wasn't aware of Care.com as a penny stock. Really interesting move there on Care.com. In fact, let me go ahead and CRCM Care.com. At 983 right now, Care.com after hours After hours, we're at $10 a share right now in Care.com, which is really interesting. No news right now after hours on that stock, but I'm showing here by the great people over at EquityFeed.com. Sign up to EquityFeed, get 2 weeks free. Right now you're at $10 a share. You close at $9.83. Care.com, if you guys already know Care.com, that's the maker of, well, not a maker, but the platform where you can hire little girls in the neighborhood that to take care of your kids. And I actually think they're not even like little girls anymore. Now it's like adults, like grown ass women in like their 40s and 50s now. They've actually turned away young women because there were some incidents in the past. So now it's mostly like older providers who have several years of experience dealing with children. And of course they've branched out into home cleaning, Care.com, and they plan on doing some other things as well. Okay, Care.com. All right, so a couple more babysitters. Yeah, a couple more calls, or probably just one more call until we wrap it up here. 951, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, what's up, sir? How you doing? It's Muddy.
Doing good. Who am I speaking with?
This is Muddy.
Oh, what's going on, Muddy?
What's going on? Hey, I got a couple of tickers or stocks I wanted to give you a heads up on today.
Okay.
I don't know if you already mentioned a couple of them, but I'm looking at GMNI right now. I'm looking at the way it's starting to set up, like Bass is always talking about that 4 and 8 crossing. So
yeah, tell me that ticker one more time.
Pretty good right there. GMNI.
All right, Gemini Group Global.
Mm-hmm.
Now, tell me a little bit about this company. What do you like about them, and how do they cross your radar here?
Well, I was doing some searching, like Bass was telling me about the 4 and 8 crossover, trying to catch it right there at the bottom side before it spikes up. So I was doing a lot of reading, like he's been saying, following that T-line video he was talking about, and it's looking like it's setting up that way.
Okay. Now this one, I see it got some volume in today, pretty low volume. My only thing about this one is that it's currently not in compliance. They haven't submitted any financials. It's considered pink, no information. I do see they're submitting some unaudited stuff, but they're currently out of compliance with the SEC. They are OTC Pink company, but even to stay compliant with OTC Pink, your financial information has to be at least certified by an SEC approved attorney, and their financials right now aren't. They're all unaudited statements. It's your attorney or accountant, excuse me, but none of them have been certified by either. The last attorney with respect to current information was submitted back in 2015, and that hasn't been updated. So that's the only thing there. You got some Holt risk at GMNI, but other than that, you're all right. Yeah, I mean you're at a safe zone here. Perhaps you could do something here.
Yeah, and I had one other one, and it's RXII.
Yeah, RXII is actually one I really like. RXII is below my buy point there, and it's actually looked like it at 73 cents, because that was actually where I wanted to buy in there at 73 cents and go long on this one. RXII. I like RXII. I like the story there. I mean, they've got some work that they need to do, with let me see here. The last time I read about their drug, because they recently had last month that acquisition of.
I came across about 16 hours ago. It said,
yeah. They recently acquired a drug. Let me see here. Because they are in the business of cellular immuno-oncology therapies, and it's all cancer-related stuff, but really, really interesting things that they're doing there. But again, this is one that you got to catch it at a relatively very low price, keep it low risk for yourself. And right now, 52-week low is 60 cents. We've got a lot of support. In fact, let me look at the 5-day. All right, we've got, let me see here. If you go back earlier in the month, you can go as low as 61. You got a lot of support there in the 60s. But my target was below 70, below 72 for me to even look at it again, and we're just above that. So we'll see if it starts to get back there. But we got a lot of, you still got a lot of risk up here. You got 10 cents worth of risk that it could go against you on RXII unless some news drops again.
Okay, well, that was all I had, Sal. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate what you're doing and keep it up.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the call. Call back anytime.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so shout out. We had a lot of good picks today, man. A lot of good stocks today. Again, all the stocks we talk about here on the show, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find these on the biggest gainers list tomorrow. That's why this show is becoming so popular, is because most of the stocks we talk about, it will have an incredible day either tomorrow or the day before. You're gonna win somehow. You just hope to God that it's preferably when you're in the stock, all right, not when you decided to move on. Here are the stocks we talked about today that really caught our eyes. Here are the stocks we talk about today that really caught our eyes. Of course, not every stock makes it the list. We don't always get it right here, but those are the stocks that really caught my eye today. That you might want to take a look at and do some research on. I know some of you guys don't do any research at all. You could care less about the fundamentals and what the company is doing. You just kind of play what's hot for the day. And if that works for you, great. So we'll see what the hot stocks are tomorrow. The big pump of the day was TSSI. That was the huge pump for the day. The stock generated over 470% profit today. Man, that's huge. But does the stock have the ability to do more tomorrow? Who knows? We've seen, what these pumps can do. All right. For example, PTCO was a huge pump not too long ago, and that was a stock that, again, moved, I want to say, almost 130% out of the gate and got to a high of almost 275 before coming crashing down this past week and this week as it works its way down. PTCO, that was a pump from last week. So don't count these pump and dumps out, man. Don't count these pump and dumps out, because you could very well find yourself with some nice gains on these pump and dumps. Just don't try to hold them overnight. All right, so you got to make sure you have the day trades available for them to make sense, because you don't want to get stuck in those. All right, somebody says ETST. Yeah, ETST is actually nice. Damn, okay. Earth Science Tech. Africa Emporium. One day you got to call up, man. Call up and tell us how, what you're looking for to get these tickers. ETST looks good though, man. 40% gain today alone. Here's the 5-day chart for the stock, ETST. I like the chart, but obviously, do some research on a company. And real quick, we had somebody call up about Atos. We wondered why Atos was running the way it was running based on the fact there's no news. There was a YouTube video I just found put out on Atos. I was doing some research while people were talking, but Atos, they put out a YouTube video, which is really interesting, and it's through Zacks Awareness. And Zacks, I've never trusted Zacks, because Zacks Investment Research, I've always thought they were just clever pump and dumpers. They kind of perceive themselves as, or put out, this image that they're non-biased and they don't have, any skin in the game. But I think they're very clever pump and dumpers, Zacks Research. All right. Because some of the companies that they promote there are very, very, very shady. Very, very shady. All right. So again, let me put out that list of what we thought was hot. Definitely include that RTST. Was that RTST? What was that again? What was that again? One more time. ETST. There we go. ETST. So many tickers. ETST, which is a nice 5-day chart. Love to see more volume in it. ETST. Love to see more volume in it, but yeah, looks solid. Looks solid. WSTL. Phones and smartphones. All right, stocks pulling back. It needs to break that 91 to get back to winning on WSTL. All right. Depends on the outstanding shares. All right, let's look at this one, LEXG. You guys give me the tickers because I never want to miss out on any money. Never want to miss out on any money. LEXG, nah, I'm bored on that one. NECA, yeah, okay, yeah. Shout out to investor, yeah, yep. Oh, let me see here. Let me go back on LEXG. Okay, so he had that run up. Yeah, shout out to Investors Hangout again, David in the chat room. NECA and FPVD. FPVD, yeah, that's the video, force protection video. That's the company. That could be a runner tomorrow. It's been a runner in the past. Definitely been a runner in the past. You're talking about the Discord room? Yeah, let me give you guys a link to the Discord room. Let me show you here the Discord room. Go ahead, set up an account if you don't have an account at the Discord room. Guys are in there always little chatting going on, information you can leave, gains, questions. Typically somebody will get back to you about your question. That's the Discord room link. That's the Discord room link. Yeah, ONCS and Plug. Yeah, ONCS and Plug are two separate stocks. ONCS and Plug are two separate stocks. Sorry if I combined them. Did I combine? Yeah, OCS and Plug are two separate stocks. BYAB. Let me see here. Yeah, but it was dangerous. That's why we didn't look at BYAP. BYAP now is at 0001. 0001. Yeah, who knows how long you might have to hold that at that price. SING. Single point. 5% or 12% gain in single point. 12% gain in that one. All right, well, good luck with that 3 hooks. Appreciate it, man. A lot of great tickers traded today, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of great tickers traded today. So to wrap the show up, those were the stocks of the day. We'll be back on tomorrow. Shout out to everybody who's in the house right now. I'll be back on tomorrow. Bill Betts, 3 hooks. Sinclair, thank you, sir. Mr. Lloyd, thank you for the call. Emporium, Andy Moon. Who else is in here? Bovage, thank you for those tickers. Rob M. Money Matters, Jared. The Headache 24. David again, thank you. Arnie. Elvis. What's up, Elvis? Jaquez? Elvis Jaquez or Jackass. I'm just playing with you, man. Rehab Life. Thriller Ali, appreciate it, man. Hey, I'm gonna look into that Mac, man. I'm gonna look into that Mac because I haven't decided on anything just yet, man. They didn't slide the card on nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just said this is what we can do, but no money's been given over until they slide that card. You feel me? That's the thing I love about Best Buy and those Geek Squad guys. You pay when it's all done, and if you don't like it, it is what it is. They'll give you all your money back and all that shit. All right. Somebody said I should get a Mac. I don't know. Macs get old so damn fast. That's the problem. You get a Mac, and the next thing you know, you can't upgrade this shit. You can't. It's just horrible. And shout out to everybody who was watching, man. We got up to like 220 people. Go ahead and press like right now on my video. Press like right now. Press like right now. All right. If you ain't gonna donate a dollar, donate a like. All right. If you're not gonna donate a dollar, donate a like. All right. Love you guys. Be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, new tickers. I'm sure we'll have another stock that's up 100, 200%. Y'all know how it is. Take care, everyone. Good night.